Shiny armor means you've never been in combat.
I'm a beginner DM.
Thought I knew.
But I am up for people wanting to have a negotiate. That's fine. I don't mind at all. So the campaign is called the Dragons of Draesal. The realm of Draesal is a heavily wooded country closely connected with the Feywilds. Although there are townships here, the plain is primarily ruled by a variety of benevolent dragons. The magically powerful and religiously zealot often traverse this country as a pilgrimage or test of power. Each county here is closely guarded by the followers of a considerate dragon. Often of a good alignment, but occasionally a dragon can feel above themselves and will attempt to disrupt another's territory. Approaching the lords of each territory, a traveller can ask for a blessing which can be bestowed upon completing a variety of tasks for the relevant authorities. And this is where I have to hide the notes.
Which I've already read.
He's already read.
Why is he getting spoils and I didn't?
Because I didn't know he was coming home with me. I'm sorry, I took him out home, it wasn't my husband.
Also, irrespective of he's written the notes, he has an intelligence of -5, did you say?
I have an intelligence of 5, so I've got -3 to every roll I make.
So good job on executing.
So I can't read them.
You've seen the notes, you've not read the notes.
My character can also not convince anyone of anything. His charisma is 6.
I have intimidation of all things.
So, I'm going to lead the story a little bit.
I don't believe you.
I'm going to lead the story a little bit to begin with, so don't be upset if I'm taking control of your character a little, just to get the story moving. When we're all together, you can kind of be yourselves a bit more then. Okay, so we are starting in a port town called...
I don't have pockets, I'm wearing leggings.
I'm missing out on life. Pockets are amazing.
Right. You're starting in a port town called Goldcrest. Goldcrest is a location where most travellers from foreign places come in to begin their journey, and where a lot of the pilgrims are told to go to sort of start out. It's a fishing village, really, but so it's kind of built out from the docks. So it's like you start with your docks and it kind of curves outwards. It's not like overly built. It's kind of humble, wooden buildings with thatched roofs, very pretty to look at. It's mainly a human village, so there are a lot of other creatures roaming around because of the nature of the wilds, but it's predominantly a human buildings. So, coming off the boats from the pier, coming to this foreign land to start a new life, a tiefling steps off the boat, walks along the pier, stunning pink skin, beautiful electric blue hair, very elegantly dressed, not something you'd expect to see in this port town. I would like to welcome Hannah. Hannah, can you introduce your character to the table?
Hi.
Hi. My character is Intristare. I can't. Yeah.
You're a dancer. That's a good start.
Yeah. I'm a dancer. I've
come to start a new.
Basically
it. With her pet mouse, which you haven't
named
I've got
yet. A pet mouse.
Adorable.
I know.
I love her.
Stepping off the jetty, can you roll me a quick perception check, please? So you roll a d20 and then you add your perception to that, and if you have any buffs to it, you add those as well. That's a lot of dice, Hannah.
Roll the big one.
Roll the big one. Like you want to please roll it. Like you roll it along the table. Oh, do you have anything else to add, Barry?
It's your what is it?
It's your wisdom. Wisdom and proficiency if you have it.
Yeah.
Do you have perception? I don't know. There'll be a little black dot if you've got it.
No.
So it's just add your wisdom.
Which is nothing.
Okay, so 11. So, as you come along the pier, something catches the corner of your eye. You're not really overly fussed because, it's a whole new world, everything's exciting, but the water's very clear around here. It's very pristine and sparkles off the sunlight. But you realise that the water's not quite the right colour for a second. For a second it looks almost pink and it just glitters a bit more normal, but you dismiss it because it's a new place, you don't know it very well, you think, that's odd, but you keep going. And coming off the jetties, this leads straight into the market. The market is hubbub. It's the port town, all the trade comes here. This market is not the shops of the town, but the stalls. So it's all wooden carts built up. There's flowers, there's the fishermen taking their haul in, there's the fabrics and dyes. It's very elegant. It's like an archway coming off the pier. And it's quite exciting, and there's a lot of hubbub because kids running around. You can see at the races here that are coming off the boats. You can see the elves are looking at the the fabrics and the dyes. There's a dwarf tinkerer selling his wares. It's a bit more exotic here in the market. There's a few Dragonborn paladins wandering around. They're quite commonplace around here, especially among the town's guard. And you think, this is really quite a nice place. But there's something that stands out a bit from this crowd. You're looking around, they're all quite common. The colours are all kind of browns and they're all very average. But then you spot something a bit brighter than normal. And across at one of the stalls, looking at the herbs, is a half-elf. You think it's a half-elf because the features just aren't quite right, but shocking red hair. And I would like Mary Allen to introduce herself to the table.
So I may butcher the pronunciation of this, but I'm Zinaerys and I'm a half-elf druid. I don't know what else to say just now because I haven't sorted my background. I had made that note that you'd made, but I totally forgot what it was.
You can lead into that. That's fine. We'll get there.
Exist.
Just checks her phone. So, any thoughts? You've clocked an interesting character.
Whoever.
Hannah's like, I don't know what to do. People.
Go up and introduce yourself, swear at them behind their back. It's really up to you.
Roll attack roll.
Attack them. If you have high enough charisma, you can roll to seduce.
This is something that I need to teach all players right off the bat. You can't seduce everything.
Or in the case of one of my barbarians, I had
she's
one player
like
character.
you, she doesn't fit in the surrounding. It's a
Yeah,
chance for you
right,
to make a
yeah.
connection right off the bat. Go up and say hello. Nothing to lose.
Yeah, I go up and say hi because we're the only like brightly coloured people.
Yeah.
We're
I like your hair.
twinsy. Yeah, like
Runs up and says,
Your
"Hey, I
hair's
like
awesome."
your hair."
Pulls knife, give me it.
All good characters at the table.
My character's bald.
As is mine.
I already took your hair.
Derailed the campaign already. So,
Sidetracked.
Mary Allen, Zinaerys, you've been complimented by Istari. I can't even pronounce your
Call
name
me
anymore.
Tris, I guess. It'd be easier than pronouncing it used to.
Well, we know what it means. We could call you what it translates to.
What's the
It's just
translation?
really sad.
I know. It means sorrow.
What a horrible name for an answer.
Tiefling. She's a tiefling. Their names are likely like
Sad and depressing.
depressing. So
Yeah.
her name is Sorrow in another one.
I'm like the
Sounds
scene
nicer.
kid of the group. I mean,
She's a street urchin with a pet mouse. I mean, how much worse can it get?
Come on now.
This is going to be fun.
So, just compliment coming your way.
I'm a hermit, so I don't think I'll like it.
So, okay, there's a bit of confusion here. It's a new introduction, a whole new world for both of you. So you're looking a bit confused when you hear some ladies a bit further down. Can you both roll me a perception, just very briefly, so I can get an idea of how bad this game's going to go? Both roll perception again.
13. 16.
You're not
so
very good.
16 and then a 6.
Well, it's going well.
So, this is when our lovely druid hears some chattering a few stalls down. There's some women, and they're saying there's a commotion going on at one of the taverns in the south end of town. I heard that there's a satyr coming to town, and he's really riling up the crowd in there. So this would immediately perk the druid's attention, because satyrs aren't local. And a big fan of the Feywild, so, I mean, maybe you guys would like to check that out.
You can't just say no and go do what
And then the campaign's
me
over.
alone.
The campaign's over.
I'm a hermit, I don't like you.
Doesn't have pretty enough hair.
Your hair is not pretty enough.
You're not an animal, so I will go check it out.
I'll go check it out. Would you like to
Nothing
kind
better
of
to do.
trail along? 'Cause-
yeah.
Right.
I will follow this
Stalk
random
from the
other
shadows. You know.
So in the southwest of town, just not quite the outskirts, but a few streets away, there is indeed a small tavern where there's quite a hubbub and a lot of noise. And as you open the door, the most interesting sight is before you. Sitting at a table, hand in hand, elbow on table, a dragonborn and a half-giant are having an arm wrestle. And standing on the table across from them is a very excited satyr egging them on. And sitting in the chair beside the dragonborn is a very frustrated-looking monk.
Let's do this.
Please, can you briefly introduce your characters before we start?
You can go first.
Don't ruin my name. I've never pronounced it. Hendaar, is it?
You have to ask me how to pronounce your name.
Yes.
This is Hendaar Casteleon.
Hendaar.
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 Just call him Hen.
Hendaar is
I'm a bronze. Is it bronze?
bronze.
Bronze Dragonborn. Paladin.
Sexy.
Yay.
Yay.
You're the smart one of the group. You do know that, right?
He's the brains worse.
Yeah, I am actually. It's the sad part.
I have
I'm
one
on an
most of the
escort
side.
mission
Very
with
much no
Monk. Keep him alive. And in one piece.
It's not going to end well. I am Highmender, a half-giant soldier who was from another town. I'm also their blacksmith, so...
But hey.
Well, they're the worker and a blacksmith.
Hey, you're ain't going well.
And our satyr.
Oh. Doendak single striker, and my money's on the half orc.
So
Half giant.
It's close. I'm sorry.
if it helps, I'm 8.5 foot tall.
Wow.
It
You're-
struggles to get through doors.
It's kind of a.
How did you get in?
Not entirely sure.
It's like an open
building.
Window.
Pick him up and do him sideways.
Just a sausage roll.
Came in through the
Guys,
service entrance,
guys,
thought it was the
guys.
actual door.
Let the poor monk introduce himself.
I'm Valon Capel, human monk. I'm here. I'm starting to wish that I wasn't.
I love the accent already.
Former charlatan, wishing I still was. And I barely have any money, but I'll put it on the Dragonborn.
You next?
Okay, guys. Take your d20s. We're going to have an arm wrestling contest.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna do this a bit differently from how we've seen it done online. We're gonna start by rolling against each other.
Okay.
9.
Do your modifiers for strength.
3, so that's 13.
Should I tell him now? 14.
You plus 5. You get 20 in strength.
So the half giant is starting to push the dragonborn.
Oh, wow.
Well, there goes what I had left in the world. You know, it's gone now.
Right. So
Yeah, you're screwed.
you started pushing across the table, and you can see the dragonborn trying, but his elbow's starting to give. Roll again.
4. That one!
Breaks your arm.
There's no
My money.
fight. There's no fight involved. The dragonborn's elbow just goes swap, and straight on the table goes the hand, and the half giant has won the
Win!
win. Who's betting on the giant? Take
That
your
was the
winnings off the
satire.
monk. Give.
All of your gold goes to the satire.
He didn't say how much you put on it, mind you.
He said all of his gold.
You said it, mate.
Yeah, he
Said
said
what
he
little
didn't
I
have
had
a
left, sure.
Got a question. When you see a
Especially now.
half giant who's 8.5 foot tall, why do you put money against that?
Do you know what? I thought the earnings on the return would be pretty good.
They would have
Expected
actually
divine
quite well.
intervention.
So,
There's a couple of bets going on this.
Just stupid.
Well, do you know what? I didn't hit you before.
so welcome to the table.
Strongest!
I'll buy him a drink.
Perhaps the
I
victors.
won for my
I don't know if you
sword
guys would like to get to know each other. I'm not. Unfortunately, I'm just the omniscient voice in the background. I don't know if you guys want to introduce yourselves to each other.
Well, I'll shake the hand
I'm a
of the giant.
hermit.
Drink.
Drink.
Drink, right? Well, there is a special drink for this inn.
Yay!
I rolled it already. Now you
He's
can find
buying.
it.
Please say it's expensive.
Forget the price of it. I'm
100
very
gold.
interested in the effect it has.
Bleeds out for it.
As a monk, can I partake of any impure compliments?
You can drink.
I challenged the monk to an arm wrestle.
You're a good big guy.
Throw him through the wall.
I don't know if you roll a natural 20, you might win. Okay, I did
There's an
roll.
inner cheese that breaks your arm.
Okay.
I usually,
Joke's on you, I'm down fist.
I usually plan to.
So,
twist
somebody's
the extract.
buying
There's a
somebody
bit too much
else's
to
drink?
handle now.
I'm buying the giant drink. And I may have to buy the monk one too.
Tell you what, if you do
Otherwise it
2
won't
gold,
die.
I'll let you buy 4 drinks.
Fair enough. I'll buy 4 drinks.
You can sit your own.
We've won money. You've won money.
Of course, I was called out by the only true criminal, which was a minstrel.
You haven't heard him play.
Wow.
Charlatans be damned.
He just write it on your notes and fix it at the end.
Yeah, close enough.
What's 17 minus 2?
I've got it.
Are you sure?
No.
Do you need
No,
to
Okay,
no.
got it.
I guessed.
Yes. Okay, so you're buying a drink at the table. Okay, so this drink is a house specialty. You might like to know. The house specialty is called the Spider Spike.
That sounds delightful.
Oh, this is going to give me a hell of a headache.
This is going to be awesome.
Yeah. So whoever is drinking the specialty, let me know.
I am.
I am. Am I rolling again?
We're rolling a Constitution saving throw.
You
5.
die.
No, I'm proficient. I'm saving throw
12
as well.
total.
So,
Let me check.
There's a spider's bite.
12.
Oh, you both just survive. You're fine.
Hooray!
I forgot to add my...
Constitution modifier.
No, I forgot to add my strength. Yeah, pretty much. I'm good, 12.
Yeah. 12.
Just fine.
Hooray!
Aw.
You didn't die.
You got rolled an
Congrats.
ale, because besides the bartender's spit, I'm pretty sure I know most of what's in it.
Drink.
Do you want to try the specialty?
No, no.
Yeah, come on!
Take it.
I bought you one anyway. You have to drink it.
Well, I'll tell
And
you what,
Satyr.
if you were to perhaps pay me a certain amount of money, minstrel,
I just pick up his drink and drink it.
let's say, I don't know, 10
Well,
gold.
The monk, you have wasted your time, and the giant has taken your drink. Can you roll a sleight of hand?
17.
Roll for perception.
19. I am actually managed to do that one.
Bloody hell, where are you? Oh, okay.
I'll just drink mine quickly.
So you're in the right
And I
line.
failed my constitution roll.
What did you get?
That's a 10.
What do you add?
The 10 total.
14 is perception.
Yeah, you fail.
14.
You take 1
You didn't
poison damage.
Make it. Oh.
You take 6 poison damage.
Do I have to roll again?
Fantastic! Rich
Do I have to
Undying!
roll again?
Karma, I'm right there.
Ah, I
Do you
stole his
succeed?
drink.
Yes, you do.
It's karma.
Yeah, I passed.
Yeah.
13 plus 5. Thanks for the drink.
You're very well.
Trust me, it
Satyr
wasn't worth it.
Satyr has not got the constitution for a drink.
Slam it down. Good point.
So,
If there's any left, I'm going to take it.
can all the boys roll a perception check to see if they notice the cute girls coming to the bar?
I rolled a 4.
What's the
Yeah,
modifier
you're
on
so
that?
full of chastity.
Is that
You're right.
22.
Is that wisdom?
Pretty much a eunuch, as I said.
See, married men can look at other women. So, who rolled high?
I somehow managed to get a perception.
I rolled a 4, so I'm not doing much. I'm like,
Sorry, no,
I've just realised if it's not
So
in
the
regards to my
monk and the
character seeing
half-giant
something
have
or hitting
spotted
something,
the
I won't have
brightly
it.
haired young ladies that have walked in the bar and were staring
Anime
at their
protagonists.
amicable competition.
Who's actually seen this?
Now, you and the monk have seen the 2 bright-haired women standing in the bar doors watching the arm wrestle.
If I sat on the bald side, I looked more like Agent 47. Would you be more interested?
Feat of prowess. I rolled to seduce
I'll
both.
take that as a yes.
I want to make you charisma, but it's dependent on her, so...
It's true.
My character's an idiot. He's just one. I rolled to seduce both.
You want, okay,
You're
what do you
obviously
say?
full of yourself.
Full of myself.
What do you
Women, come.
Okay, roll a charisma persuasion.
18. Hang on, negative. Where's 16.
Well, he's charming, you give him that.
I'm just going to roll my eyes slightly.
Stealing's in this one's habit, isn't it?
Stealing?
Stealing the hearts of every beautiful woman that walks in the bar.
How quickly do you lose the things that you steal?
Question. What's stealing?
Okay. We're going to get on swimming.
Scythe heavily at them. Eat more beer.
Drink. Get more beer. Here's
It's your goal.
I definitely don't need any more.
Get some
You going
water.
to finish that?
Have it.
Yes, roll, go for it.
Damn it, give the monk a drink.
Give the monk some
We
tap
offered you
water.
one, you said no.
I was going to take it for a certain amount of money, then a very helpful half-giant made it disappear.
All I've done so far is just steal. This is going great.
Somehow the largest person has managed to steal something without being noticed.
Oh, I noticed.
Sorry.
But would you get in the way?
You can have it.
I like this. This is great. I have failed my roll. It's okay, take it.
not going to argue with you.
No, this is your chance. You've met each other in the tavern. I don't know if these ladies even want to join you, if they think this is the strangest thing they've ever seen in their lives.
I'm gonna sit with the giant.
Currently
You're
involved in
making
some
friends.
sort of sausage fest.
Ladies walk.
These young ladies who just walked in the bar and they're like,
Join!
join. Offer to buy them a drink, somebody.
I just stride across and say it's winner's round.
I agree.
I just go and steal a cask from the bar.
Roll a stealth check to see if you get behind the bar.
12.
Who's gonna stop him?
I will actually, because I'm lawful.
He's awful good.
Yeah, I need to.
14.
I got an 18.
What are you going to do to stop him?
I'm gonna pick him up.
How are you going to...
You're not going to
Fireman's
manage.
left.
Stealth.
Yeah,
Try to pick up giant. Fails.
What makes it worse if I'm on the ground? I'm grounded, so I actually get. What is it? I've got. What's the term? Advantage on all roll saving throws.
Sling you out the window.
picks up 8 foot
There's the
giant.
giant walking along, and there's this dragonborn just holding him to your leg and drags along.
Just drag along
stealing.
with one leg.
Stealing his
The
phone.
giant gets to the bar, leans over the counter, roll a sleight of hand check. How are you doing?
18.
Somehow,
At this point, I just give up and walk back to the table.
with
Went to tankard.
reaches over the bar. Everybody can see, but nobody dares to hear. Barman cowers in fear as the half giant picks up a small keg from behind the counter and returns to the table.
Cheers, mate.
Put my tankard out.
As much as I can put in a tankard and as
I'll have
quickly as
two.
possible before he takes it.
Yeah, that's fine. Go for it. I won't even roll to make you drunk. It's totally worth it.
Oh, do you have liquid Valhalla?
This is going well.
Yeah.
I'm glad that my storytelling is working out in your favor. I knew starting in a tavern was a bad idea. Should have started at the docks and just gone with it.
It would ended into
Who would
tavern.
have gone into the tavern?
Half town would be like, oh, I'm going to go to the town.
Forget the campaign. Let's go drink. Experience to be had by not failing
We could
constitution
go
saving
on a
throws.
religious pilgrimage, or...
Drink.
Oh, you've heard him. He doesn't want to do his pilgrimage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Are you?
Who are you?
I just didn't notice you behind that big fellow.
Oh, he's pretty big, yes.
Who are you?
Oh, my good friend.
You don't even know who you are.
Names. You know there.
We've been talking about this campaign for how many days?
I know, you have. I've been listening.
Okay, Hendaar.
I'm Hendaar, my good friend.
Drink.
You've got the cask.
Cask empty. More drink.
This man is the most interesting conversation at the table. I'm kidding, you know, if the bard spoke up, but you know,
I'm not bothered. Don't you worry.
I disdain the bard.
You think he's a bar because he's an entertainer. You don't realise
Well,
he's
no,
just...
but-
Fire, friend.
Wait. Entertain?
Oh no.
I can eat fire.
Please, no!
Do fire.
Hang on, no,
Alcohol.
right, okay,
Flamethrower.
he said it. Here we go. Dungeon Master intervention. Who knows create flame?
I don't.
I can just set alcohol on fire.
No.
Yes.
You've opened your mouth. Would you like to challenge him?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to grab one of the, let's say the torches from the tavern wall and produce flame. I know it's a cantrip, so that's fine.
Yes.
So you can eat flame. Okay then,
Entertainment feat.
let's start by making a wisdom saving throw to see if you're actually going to go ahead with it.
Okay.
You won that one.
That one.
Okay, Mary Ellen, what is the damage for your spell? Who's got Claire's
A
handbook?
side note, ambiently.
Oh, the
Smile.
quickest death in D&D. I've already
killed
lost 6
someone
from the alcohol.
I won't kill you outright because this is dumb, but I'll let you get knocked out by the stupidity of what you're about to do.
If you're lucky,
The player's
you
handbook
get
is there.
combustion And the concussive
That's the
damage
player's
will
handbook.
simply knock you out.
Oh no, it's like it's a roll.
What is it? Create flame.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, crap.
Or protect
1d8.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Miriam, would
Just
you like to roll that
combusted.
damage?
This is the d8, right?
Yeah.
The diamond, yeah.
Oh, okay. 6.
Yeah, you're unconscious.
Yeah, that's it. Bye.
Puts the flame to his mouth, realises what an idiot he is, but by then it's too late and he's out cold on the ground.
You know what? He's right. He did eat it.
He
Not
did
in the
eat it.
traditional sense.
He did. The
Failed.
druid is laughing. The druid is quite happy.
You fall
I'm
over.
hurting.
Fell over good.
As long as it's still on him.
Drunk?
Stupid.
I can't argue.
Mostly because you're unconscious.
It's okay, you're not in combat, there's no death saving when you're not out of combat. So, the Satyr is now unconscious on the tavern floor. Nobody in the bar bats an eye because, let's face it, it's a tavern.
That
We
shit
need
is
more
legs.
drinks.
He needs more drink.
More drink.
I
Steal more drink.
Another! Get a funnel!
At this point, seeing you rise from the bar stool, the barman very quickly runs to his merchandise and pushed it the back of the shelves, making sure that it's either out of reach or falls into the kitchen behind so you can't get it easily.
I help the bar.
Christ,
may
man,
not
it's not
be-
even known.
Step over the bar.
It's not even hot, just stepping.
I've
I
got
can't remember which one's which. Hang.
That's athletics, it would be, because I'm
Yeah,
jumping
it's
and I've got
athletics.
proficiency.
Please do me an athletics check.
This guy's a force of nature.
It's worth it.
That one!
The alcohol is taking effect. The half giant leans over the bar, puts his leg up, and just falls over the bar, landing on his back in the middle of the barman's floor. And the barman's just leaning back over the counter, going, "I don't get paid enough for this."
Drink! I'm on the side with the
At this
alcohol.
point, the barman has had enough. He's worried about the state of his bar, and so is the dungeon master, and has quite promptly kicked you all out. With any help he can muster from the crowd.
wasn't with
Most
them.
people were quite happy to lift up a half giant in return for some actual ale remaining in the bar.
Small price to
Drink!
pay.
So you've been kicked out onto the street. Satyr's been carried out and then flung.
I go
I
quietly
kinda-
without a fight.
I take
go
swigs of
quietly,
all
I
the
was
drinks I
literally-
pass.
Okay.
I've noticed something.
I'm not even sure I wanted to be there any longer.
I've noticed something.
Does anybody
Other
want to do
pub.
something about the Satyr before we go any further?
I just sling him over my shoulder.
You're keeping him because he's too fun. You just
Yes, I'm keeping you. You're entertaining.
You are the pet.
You're the best.
I look for a piece of metal. I'm gonna make a necklace.
I'm gonna buy a papoose.
I'm turning him into my pet. I'm just gonna wrap some metal around his neck.
No, you know.
Just right his neck.
Once again, I endorse you. Shave his legs.
Shave.
Shave his legs.
Please, no. No more.
No face.
Got a knife.
I have great axe.
Shavings off.
Okay.
Well,
Maybe you should
You
try.
don't shave legs if you don't have legs.
I'm so glad I'm unconscious right now.
We're just standing in the street having this conversation.
Immediately, so,
Hey, Bob, does this go against my pilgrimage?
Yes.
Oh,
what would you like to do now
Pilgrimage?
you've been kicked out of the bar? Pilgrimage.
What is pilgrimage?
Journey.
I guess we
Yeah.
go back to the market and have a wee look around.
God journey.
go
God,
places.
sorry.
Go places for
Really
big
keep it
man in
simple.
sky.
Ah!
Test of strength and.
You get to hit lots of things on the way out. And get shinies for it.
Him?
You're welcome to try.
As long as he's alive at the end of this, which is fine.
I was not a threat. I'm just not going to contest.
I have been challenged.
That is not how this works.
He is too dumb to know better.
You've told me to punch you. I do it.
You roll it for an attack.
No, they say true
Add
strength
your
comes
strength.
in your ability to be passive in times of
What
action.
did you get?
I got 14.
What's your armor class?
My armor class is
40.
So you do 1 plus your strength damage.
You've taken 6 points of damage.
Jesus, fire!
You don't even get to deflect it. It's against your armor class.
Just
No, just...
No, this is your charge. What are you doing?
How
Laughing.
much damage does he take?
6.
Yeah, and you only have 10.
You haven't even started
It's a nice little
the
4
quest
right there.
yet.
Write it down so you don't forget.
Fine.
Yes.
I pick him up and slung him over my shoulder and take him to the temple where we start.
There's no
You
temple
want this
here.
one?
No, you don't start in the temple.
Where do we switch to the village?
You're in the village. If you're starting your quest, you're going to have to, start talking about the quest.
I pick him with something in the corner and
We're on this street.
In the street.
something next to the bar.
You're not unconscious, but if I hit you
You're on
again,
a
you will be.
pilgrimage to meet the different dragon lords to get their blessing.
Yeah, basically. If you
I
get
can
to
walk,
0.
Paladin, I can walk.
Are you sure? He was big.
I noticed!
So did I.
Charming fellow.
Highmender do good.
You did good, yeah.
Very
did
good,
great,
very
mate.
good.
I have. What's friend? What's your name?
Highmender.
Hyman.
Highmender.
Hyman.
It's just dirt.
Durn for Simple 6. My friend, you a strong man. We have to journey. Do you want a shiny thing at the end?
Shiny?
Yes.
Shiny.
If you help us, we will give you shinies.
Shiny?
Chinese?
If you,
That's not good negotiating.
yeah.
You don't even need to roll persuasion with him. He's that dumb.
Yes. If we get
Sword.
Lights.
at the end,
And armor.
at the end,
And shield.
You cannot,
Attend.
you cannot have the bald guy.
Bald guy, stupid.
yeah, old guy stupid.
Bald guy very dumb. You don't like him.
Your stuff at end. Yes.
Yes,
That's-
at end.
Yes.
Okay, long way to go, but at end I give you
This
stuff.
is going to be absolutely hilarious. If you beat the big boss at the end, and he goes,
He'll be
Stop.
standing there. It takes everything.
Shield, sword, armor. I'm done. I'm going home. It doesn't matter.
Literally, with your tail between your legs.
Walk around naked in pride. Finished quest. Yeah, I did good.
You're naked. Did good.
Did good.
have to make it first. Okay.
I've got common clothes. It's fine.
So you need to. So
And
that's. So you three have decided
Yeah.
you're working together. You don't have a choice. You're unconscious
I
on
don't
his
have a
shoulder.
choice. I'm part of the quest now.
You've overheard all this conversation.
I turn to the ladies. Sorry.
Chinese?
Yes, you get shinies too.
The bard's like, I need money.
Not my shinies.
New career coming
Shinies
with.
mine.
Shiny's mine.
I'm just going to pick up the axe in a threatening manner.
Shiny's still mine.
Like,
If she's relatively intimidating enough, will you respect her decision to want some shinies?
Possibly.
Okay.
But
can
she's
we
got
We
to prove
share
herself.
shinies.
He's unconscious. We're going to get him for
Give you this?
No, shinies.
Roll me
Not
an
his shinies.
Roll me an
Yeah,
they mine.
intimidation.
We share.
No. He wants his shinies or over shinies.
His shinies, mine at end.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. She'll have own shinies. You'll
Yeah, I have my
shiny
shinies. You
And
have his
other
shinies.
Many shinies.
Many
You have some
shinies.
shinies.
Would it offend a half giant if I plugged my ears?
It will
think it
offend me.
He won't hear you. And you don't get a say. You're coming along.
The druid's just watching this.
Who?
unfold.
Journey for who?
You journey with me.
What shinies?
He on long journey home to be smart. I watch him. You watch me. Keep me safe. Keep him safe. You get shinies.
We start now. I pick him up and put him over my shoulder.
And you two might
Can
still
I
have
dodge?
shinies. There's
Can
no
I
point in
run?
negotiating with
Can
him.
I...
You can, but it will be against
Let's
me
just
going
go.
for
He
you.
gets your shinies, I get his shinies.
Like 3 things.
Can I roll acrobatics
I
and
get
just kind of like
everything else.
slip
Yeah.
out of his way in the most passive
gets
manner
This
possible?
sword, my armor, 1 shield. The rest I keep. He doesn't hear it, I whisper.
Doesn't matter what you whisper.
You are aware I'm
You
that
don't
stupid.
know
I
what
will
the blessings are yet.
I know. It doesn't matter. I'm babysitting.
You're like, yes, come along, there'll be shinies. Don't even.
I hope
like,
you're aware
negotiate.
I'm going to be taking everything
You
shiny
don't
you
need
have
the
at
shinies.
the
You're
end.
the paladin.
I know in Paladin.
Yes, I'm the one that needs babysitting. Also, can I roll acrobatics to slip away as quickly as possible?
Yeah,
from
you're on
this
his
bloody
shoulder.
Can I
monstrosity?
roll strength to control it?
Yeah, it'd be acrobatics.
Can I roll-
14, and that's a
What do I need?
modifier
Strength.
is...
Do you,
It's,
you have
dexterity.
proficiency, so you add
Ah, that's
dexterity
plus 2.
plus 4 because you have proficiency.
Oh, plus 4,
Alright, so
okay,
roll
so
against
that's
that.
18, yeah.
Sure,
I'll
roll a
do
strength
that.
check against that.
17 plus 7.
Feels your wriggling, kind of just
shakes you up
flexes
further.
a little bit.
I can almost hear the wind escaping it with you.
Can you at least carry me the other way around?
No.
Nah, he's fine the way he is.
Okay, so
We go now.
five
One
of you
more.
are going so far?
I speak to. I look over at Premier in the background.
Producing flame was pretty cool.
Yes. You're going to keep these idiots entertained for a while.
Can I meditate from this position?
Sure.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Go ahead and do that.
That's technically a short rest for him, right?
He needs,
your
a
health
short,
back.
he needs a short
He
rest.
needs a short rest.
I'm
You'll
going to
get
short
your
rest myself.
I'll carry them until I get bored.
He puts me down really gently so I don't wake up.
Gentlest thing he does all day.
Sure, why not?
Thank you.
Just for the entertainment purposes.
Pretty much.
Okay, so you're now all agreed to travel together.
Babysitting
So
everybody.
you're searching for the Dragon Lord of this town, so you probably want some information. How are you going to get your information?
I'm going to go to the marketplace and ask around there.
Ask around the marketplace. Okay, so you're going to go up to a stall?
I'll go up to whatever stall I see first. Who's the travellers? Who's the ones that travel to the town?
Well, there's sailors and dye merchants and fabric merchants and tinkerers and...
Like, who uses the roads? They would know.
I use road.
Any of them would use the road. They're traders.
I'll ask around the dye people and the thinkers.
Okay, so you're going over to the dye merchants. Okay, so you go up to this stall in the market. There's an elf there behind the dye counter. He's quite stoic, but he's dressed like a commoner to fit in with the crowd, to make people feel more comfortable with him. He's clearly been trading with the sailors. He's got quite a lot of merch on the table this time of the day. I say this time of the day, you probably drank everyone at the table at this point. It's probably mid-afternoon.
Good day.
Good day. And I mean, he's being pleasant. I mean, elves are quite stuck up, so you can hear in his tone that he's not
Excuse me.
overly. You're half elf. You're fine.
Also hermit, so I'm definitely stuck up.
So he's a little
my
bit. He
cave.
sounds a little bit more pompous than the most people, but he's dressed comfortably to make him seem more approachable. So, what would you like to say to the merchant?
We're going to approach him. Good sir, we're on our way to the dragon. I forget where we are. It's a good sign.
What is dragon?
Goldcrest. You're in Goldcrest. He knows you're in
I'm
Goldcrest.
unconscious,
He's
I'm sure.
selling things
I know
there.
he's there.
I'm meditating your shoulder because I can't move, big fella.
I'm asking where the dragon lord is. Nicely.
Well, that's a reasonable request. You don't need to roll for
Hooray!
that. The merchant says, "Oh, you must be on the pilgrimage. You should speak to the portmaster. She tends to hide in the bay. He'll probably know where her lair is."
Well, I'll go up to the portmaster.
Do we fight Dragon Lord?
Not this one.
You are welcome to try.
I have two new weapons.
I haven't got stats ready yet. Don't do this to me.
I will
Ping's
hit
half
you
giant.
with my pets.
Throw them.
These are mine now.
Okay, so you go over to the pier. You look around for someone that looks a bit more official. You eventually find a guy who's walking around with not like a clipboard. You know, it's not kind of where they are. They have
Fancy scroll.
Fancy scrolls. He has a quill tucked behind his ear, and he's got ink on his belt. And he looks like he's sort of counting merchandise along with ducks.
It's all me here.
He has feathers. Why he have feathers?
He's smart man.
Doesn't question any further. This is obviously beyond my
You
knowledge.
don't need to speak dumb to the thing that is dumb.
It's easier for me.
It's easier for you. Why are you playing the barbarian?
Because I'm the paladin. I need to babysit these people.
I don't need babysitting.
Neither do I.
I don't know.
Okay, so what are you doing?
I'm going up to the portmaster and asking him about the dragon lord. Where to start?
Okay. So, he realizes that you're all travellers, although he does kind of look skeptically That's great English on my part. He has a bit of a sceptical look around. You're all kind of a bit of a misfitting bunch, and especially with an unconscious creature and a monk on the giant shoulders. He's not really sure what he thinks, but he's seen
Ignore them.
weirder. The pilgrims have come through the town 100 times before. So he sort of smiles as politely as he can. He says, you must be looking for Portkeisha Chamenth.
How the hell do you spell that?
I don't think you need to worry about it, to be honest.
We're
Chamenth
going to
does
a
live in the
place.
bay here. She blesses our fishing expeditions and she keeps us safe in the waters. She tends to live on the bay to the south. If you follow the rocky outcrops past the pier and just keep on going, she should be quite easy to find. It's not too far out to the coast, but she is quite shy, so you might want to go quietly.
Can I register any of this if I'm meditating, actually?
I have no idea.
I'm
shake
going
the
to go
monk
ahead
to see
and
if
say
he's alive?
no.
Yeah, I'm on
I'll say no and save you there for that.
I'm going to shake the monk to see if he's alive.
Still here, big fella.
He's safe. Okay, so first I'm going to look around for a medicine kit.
Medicine kit only stabilises people.
We were
Are you
unconscious.
proficient?
Yes, I can medicine.
You realise that a medicine kit would put him on 0 hit points, which is unconscious.
He's not died.
He's already not dying, he's not
It's
in
just
combat.
unconscious.
I'm still going to get a medicine kit.
Just in
Are you
case.
proficient in it?
Yes.
You probably won't be able to buy one in the market. This
No.
is not that kind of market.
Oh well.
You need to go to a shop.
Can I just find a giant piece of stone?
You're about to walk along the rocky coast, of course you can.
Yeah, you'll find plenty there, big guy.
So
Don't worry about it, go find your
People fling
dragon
you
first.
in order to get to
Okay, I'm going to go.
So you're going to work your way along the coast.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to follow the coastline to the south. So you start at the edge of the pier, you just walk along following the edge of the town until the rocks become more natural and less of a build-up, more of a natural arrangement. So you just kind of slide down. It's kind of like a rocky beach as you walk along. Somebody make me a couple of perception checks on their way.
I'm going to be in front, so that's 11.
I'm looking for a big enough rock I can
4.
throw at people.
And make an investigation check.
Plus wisdom, is it?
11.
What are you doing? What's just saying your sheet?
I don't have perception.
No, I did not pass that.
I got +1, so I got 12.
They all look so big you can't decide. It's too much of a big decision to make.
I dropped the monk.
So who?
I guess I'm no longer meditating.
So anyone else doing perception check?
Well,
I did
Oh,
nine.
hang on, I can't. I'm
Nine.
looking for
You
rocks.
got
I got 12 total.
12 to 9. So everything seems quite serene. There's nothing out of the ordinary. You can see like some crabs scuttling along here and there. The water is absolutely crystal clear in the bay. You can see right through it. You can see the fish. You can see the anemone. It's just really beautiful water, and you think to yourself that it's just too lovely to be like naturally occurring. And as you come along, you come to an outcropping, which kind of looks like a small cave, but it's less of a land cave, and more of a like the water's coming in from it, and it looks like you might have to wade through the water a bit to get in.
Cave's my favourite.
Ah, you'll be fine at home. You're right at home here.
It's not a deep cave, don't panic.
where are we?
Nope.
Just go along with it. It's fine.
You'll be fine.
Add water. Highmender don't like water.
So Highmender's waiting outside.
Okay.
I'm going to become a fishman.
Take
You're-
Take other person.
No, you keep him.
No,
I
take other person.
take another person. Is he awake?
Doesn't matter. Just take a.
Slumping over like a giant backpack, 2 arms over his shoulder. Can I take the hermit with me? Half health.
Let me grab that.
You can convince me, yeah.
Anyone?
I could probably convince you by
Who's
destroying
going?
me.
Who's going into the cave?
Well, I'm with the paladin, so
Yeah.
I suppose.
You'll have to convince me to go in war.
Whoever's going
Isn't
in,
that
can
hard?
you roll a dexterity throw just to see if it's because it's difficult terrain to walk through, just to make sure you get in safely without collapsing your butts and getting covered in
Anyone want
seawater.
to try and convince me to go in war? Good. No, my guys don't go in.
Anyone going in, roll dexterity, please.
You know, I'm
12.
Should I roll
Okay.
dexterity?
No, you're
I'm
my
gonna
back.
slide
Just
it.
on your
I'm
back.
gonna roll anyway.
How'd everyone do?
I got
Terribly.
12.
I got 7.
14. Well,
You
16 with
So
dexterity.
is that with
I got
You need to
convinced
start
by
with
the
that
monk.
with 3?
Oh,
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
We'll take the 2, yeah.
And take this. If you roll below 10, as you're wading in the water, it's really quite difficult. You lose your balance a few times. You've splashed your back in the water quite a lot. You are probably soaking wet at this point. It's really.
sigh at the monk.
It's
Should
not
I just
a
carry?
big cave. It's quite a small cave.
as well.
The water would be up to your waist by the time you get halfway in. As you get further, it's not even that foreign, it's just a short outcropping, but the cave does kind of hollow out into this kind of rounded chamber, but it's like a perfectly round chamber, like it was carved to be this orb shape. And kind of in the centre of this orb, kind of curled up in the water, they're like you're holding her head up, floating there, is this lang type dragon. She's not a traditional dragon, as you would see. She's got 6 limbs, these four claws on the 2 legs, a long swishing tail, and she's this bright fuchsia pink scales, but they're more like hide than scales. She's clearly adapted to be in the water, this brightly coloured turquoise coral growing in places like natural armour on her body, seaweed going down her type mane kelp. She's very elegant, very watery. She kind of pricks her nose up as you come in. Like, she's used to pilgrims, but she clearly looks uncomfortable with so many people being around her.
Shiny.
Can't
No.
relate.
Can't relate.
I'm going to speak to her in Draconic.
Congratulations, you speak Draconic.
Yeah, you saw this.
It's the world of fairy, also speaks Sylvan, so
And be nice, okay?
you're being nice. Okay, what would you like to say to the dragon?
There you go. Greetings. I am here on a pilgrimage. Mean you no harm.
She just nods politely.
I'm gonna kick her on a pebble.
Don't kick
I
her. You're
push you
in
over-
deep
I-
water, you'll make a dex saving throw and fall on your
I'm going
back.
to push you over if you do.
Can I throw the satire?
No.
He's holding the satyr now.
I could easily just take the satire back.
You're not taking
You
the satyr
said you
back.
were outside the cave.
Nah, you convinced me there were shinies. It doesn't
Okay.
take much.
At the mention of the satyr, while we're here, she does notice that you're holding an unconscious body on your shoulder. She makes the assumption that something's wrong, and she sort of wriggles her way up. So when she's in the water, she kind of snakes her way over, and she kind of picks herself up so that she's holding herself upright. And she's not as short as she looks when she's lying curled up. She pushes her legs into the ground, pushing herself up to her full height, puffing her chest up, and her snout is literally above her head, like it just sits there.
Oh, wow. That's
Like
like
on your
6.5 foot.
And she just sort of
I'm like
snuffs
eye
her
level
nose
with
at the
this
satyr, and as she snuffs her nose, you can have 5 hit points of damn back from a cure wounds.
So you're awake again.
Yeah, that's 4.
I panic and punch him.
You get 5.
No, but I was on -1.
No,
for
you don't. You go
Okay,
to 0
so
when you're
just-
unconscious.
it just
You're
goes to
on
0?
5. Yeah,
Yeah.
it goes to
Well,
0.
in
Well,
answer
five
to the
then.
future, I have a splitting headache from a half giant out there.
I'm here.
She doesn't speak common, or she is aware of common, but she doesn't speak it herself. So she kind of just snuffles her nose, like quite happily with her head sitting on top of you now, just like watching
Standing
everyone.
there.
She's quite non-placent. She's just calm, serene, leaning on top, snuffling at everyone.
I stay still.
I'm going to
Where's
do
your-
the standard in my character and assume she's big, so speak to her in giant.
She just looks rather bemused. She's not aggressive. She is quite shy. She's just kind of like. Well, she's the first dragon you're going to meet in the tournament. She's very shy.
I'm going to ask her for directions.
You're going to ask her for directions. What are you going to ask?
Where's the next point I go to?
You need to get her blessing first.
No, I need a lesson.
The monk needs the blessing.
The monk needs
so
the
the
blessing.
monk not be talking?
I can speak Sylvan, can I? Yeah.
You can speak
Yes.
Sylvan.
Yeah.
What?
That's probably why you learned it.
I do believe I require a blessing, fair creature. If you're willing to give it.
I stand aside.
She snuffles a bit longer, and then she quietly, her voice is so soft that it, although you don't know the language, it's such a soft voice, it's very beautiful. It sounds almost sing-song when she speaks. She says, "Oh, you are here to aid our citizens then?
Yes.
That is fantastic. If you can help me, that would be wonderful. We've been having some trouble in the bay, and I'm rather frightened to help."
I don't have a choice in this.
No.
So yes.
"Oh, wonderful! I'm delighted. There's been some pirates in the bay. They've been harassing my fishermen, and I do my best to corral the fish together so they have bountiful hauls and nobody goes hungry in my town. But the vessel's quite big, and I'm quite frightened that they might hurt me, and I don't want my people to go without food. I know that they come into the bay in the early mornings, and sometimes they attack the noblemen's ships that are trading. Could you go out and take out the pirates for me? So
Oh,
that
absolutely. I'll just throw that guy.
she sort of
You can fight things. Not
she kind of looks at the giant and just like puts her head right up to your face because you're probably at eye level with her. She just kind of snuffles, like the cutest way possible a dragon can snuffle. Just snuffles at your face. It's
Hang
just
on. I sneeze.
and And she quite happily snorts as a sneeze back in your face. She's just bemused by the whole principle of the giant, to be honest. You don't get many of those creeping through small caves.
Yeah, I'm sure you could always ask her for a date, you know.
She says, "Oh, wonderful.
You'll date
Hopefully
dragon?
when people can procure you the vessel you need to go on your quest,
As
please,
D&D, anything goes.
please take care of the pirates and then come swiftly back."
Of course.
Certainly.
You don't speak Sylvan.
Haha.
The monk's been given the quest.
What are we doing?
Nod. Jiggle.
There are some pirates out in the bay that have been harassing local noblemen and trade routes, also carrying fish. We are to go and find these pirates. We are to defeat them and promptly return to the dragon.
Fair enough.
Eh.
Let's go fight some wiry-haired, eye-patchy man with swinging sword, very angry.
Oh boy, are you in for a surprise.
Oh, I don't think what you've made up.
Okay.
Are we going out now, are we?
I guess we'll come too then.
Fair enough.
Even on the lose, you get a blessing from a dragon.
Hang on. When did they turn up?
They're right there. They're just there in the background.
Pretty women following you. They must like you.
My character believes that.
A celestial voice from the heavens rings out. Says they must like you.
Smile, child.
I've set us up for failure already, clearly.
You started failure the second we turned up.
I know. So yes, okay guys, so how would you like to proceed?
I'm going to say thank you and walk out the gate.
You're going to head out. Okay, so how are you going to...
Well, we need to find what the pirates are, so we're going to go back to the town and find out what pirates are and when they like to strike.
Are we following him or
I
just...
already told him this.
Well, monk. Mush.
I don't remember.
For our first D&D mistake of the day is not taking notes.
In the bay in the early hours of morning, procure what you need from the portsman.
So we're going to go to town?
Yeah, we're going to go
pencils
towards the bay.
disappeared.
There's a portsman in which we used to meet in the early morning. Yeah, to require the means of which we will undergo our task from there.
Okay. Shall we go back to town?
I would presume so.
I'm not drinking anymore.
Not
No
drink
drink?
anymore.
After we kill pirates, I will buy you drink.
Me too.
All
Pirates will
drink.
probably have drink.
Drink. You can have drink too.
Drink with
Yeah, we can take
pirates?
the pirates drink.
Take pirates drink. After
Pirates
you-
have lots of drink.
This is good shiny. Okay, so you head back into town and you go straight to you go back to the pier because, I mean, it's a ship. You're going to need a boat. I'm going to assume that you know that.
Yeah.
So how
We
are
do
you going
now.
to get one?
I'm going to speak to the portsman.
Speak to the
I could just take both.
You can just pick up boat. Walk through water with boat.
The portsman is... he sees you coming back and he immediately shakes his head in disdain. He's like, oh, again. And he goes, so what can I do for you?
Monk, on you. I push Monk forward.
We can procure some necessary means we as well some information regarding some rather distasteful pirates around here. We would like to deal with them for you.
Oh, Chamenth has asked you to deal with the pirates. Yes, they come into the bay in the early hours of dawn, probably just as the sun's about to come up when we go out with our boats. I could lend you a small fishing vessel. It's not much, but it should get you up to their ship.
A small fishing vessel.
I know, right? I don't have anything big enough that you could tackle them ship to ship, but maybe you could sail aboard, or maybe they might take you and you can wrangle them. I'm not
That's
sure.
fine. Well, the problem I'm imagining is in broad daylight, it might not be the easiest thing to just sneak up on a pirate ship.
Well, it is the early hours of the
could-
morning when they come
We
into the
could
bay,
go
and the
while
bay
it's
is quite
still
shallow.
dark.
Well, what part of the bay do they come in from? Is there a
And
place we
also,
can
well,
ambush them?
what season is it? It might be dark in the
That's where
morning.
the bay is.
My question's on the characters.
By
Who's
all
Chamenth?
means,
In a shallow water bay.
I'm going to see it's a mile off.
My earlier
Well,
days
let's
of
just
dark
go out
talking
and
for
pretend
You have a
we're in
half giant in a
distress.
boat. It's
And when they
automatically
come
going
out
to
to
be fun.
attack us.
You, and then you would... Well, as I say, I have a fishing vessel out on the jetty you could have a look at. I mean, it should hold most of you.
Most of the giant.
Yeah, can we go have a look at it?
Yes, of course you can. I haven't come up with a name for a ship yet. I spent all morning trying to be creative with your drinks in the tavern.
More drink.
It's a catch more.
It says cash.
Boaty McBoatface.
Oh dear.
the crusty barnacle.
Boaty Sir Boat.
Let's go with that. The Crusty Barnacle sounds good. You're going to the Crusty Barnacle. She'll be out on the jetty. You have my blessing to take her. Just please bring her back in as best condition as you can.
Size the giant, size quietly. You'll do good.
Comes back with
Is
hope.
that definite on the front?
At this point in my career, no, I'm not worried right now. So, you got a boat.
Is the boat okay? Good size for us?
Am I going to fit on the boat?
I don't have a choice but to put you all on the boat, so...
Who's good with boats? Who is better with boats?
You've got to be kidding.
Somebody has vehicle proficiency with boats.
No, I have a land vehicle.
I'm my vehicle. You're good with horses. You should carry the horse.
Carries the horse. No, you ride the horse. No, not carry that. Never mind.
No, you can't
You
see
said,
him.
you said the water was shallow.
Yes, it's a
Could we
base.
give him a snorkel and then he could just carry over the boat?
Like here somewhere, I think?
I don't think there's a swimming check.
Or here.
Could just like walk and just push
That's
it.
what I was saying, he could just walk.
It's it gets deeper as you further out you go. So it's like it's
I
not
could
going to be like
stand on the
shallow.
muck.
It's enough that a big vessel could come into the bay. I mean, the pier is deep enough that the big vessels can come in, but it's not so deep that it's safe to be like skirmishing in.
Can I roll investigation to find a big enough rock to throw at things?
Just give him
Semi-
rocks and let him sink the ship.
You know, we're near the bay. You're at the jetty. You could maybe find like a massive pile of rope, or maybe a straight anchor or something.
He can lob that.
I do have proficiency in throwing large stone-like objects.
Anchor's like stone.
I'll let you search and see what you find. So roll an investigation.
Can I help him?
Save that
16.
for throwing
Ah,
out the patchy
hang
building
on.
Highmender.
13, because I'm -3.
Okay, you find like a small wooden crate about this big, and it's quite heavy. It's probably got someone's merchandise in it, but you don't care.
I take.
We will ask for anchor for you to throw at pirates.
Oh, just leave him. Trust me.
I take box. You'll
Size.
find anchor.
You might be lawful good, but do you want to play with it?
There's not enough gods in the world to help me. Take box. Take box fine.
So you get to your little ship. Now, the pirates don't come out till dawn. It's like early evening now, so you've got time to make any preparations you need to make.
Okay.
And I imagine, seeing as two of you have already taken damage before the encounter even started, you might want to take a long rest.
Thank you. I will take a long rest.
So you make sure the boat's in order, you tie it up, and you head back to...
Can I speak to Portmaster first and see if we can get any help with, curatives not dying?
No, they're fishermen.
If you have fish.
Can I try and get back in that pub to drink for a while?
You might not get back in that pub again, but you might have to find an inn anyway.
In,
So-
you behave. They give you bed if you nice.
So you're asking for an inn.
Yeah.
So there's an inn not far from the market, because obviously tourists come in quite a lot. So like right behind the market, there's at least a 2-story inn. Looks a bit like most of the houses, but it's been kind of modified to come out at the size. It's got a bit more room. They do have rooms. I won't charge you the gold right now, because let's face it, it's stupid.
We're helping you. It's a win-win for everybody.
These rooms aren't very big. Some of you might have to share space. You
He
can
gets
maybe
his own.
I was going to say you can fit about 3 people snugly into the room.
I
So,
can
him and
actually
him.
meditate, not sleep. I'm pretty sure at least that's a thing you can do. So
No,
I just if I find a little.
humans can't.
As
Humans
an
have to have
elf.
8 hours sleep. Elves
8 hours sleep.
meditate.
Alright, that's
Yeah,
fine.
half elves can.
Half elves can
You
meditate.
sleep.
They can do a short
but,
rest.
Yeah, but you get the short rest. You still have to sleep because you're a half elf, but you have the Fey touch thing where you don't get put to sleep.
Right.
You can
So you
sleep.
can't
I'm
be
a
charmed
giant.
and
I
you're
don't know
immune
if
to
I
sleep.
even need to sleep.
Just
So, yeah.
snore in a corner.
So, how many rooms do you need?
3. It's gonna be a very snug night.
The barmaid at the tavern
You can
just,
fit-
just hands you a key and points to the staircase
We're all
and
very
just
close.
and just like points at the number symbol
And that's a bit
for this
retro.
and just gives you
Take him.
take it to his
Oh,
room
I'll take him to his room.
Yes, thank you.
This way.
and then
You can apparently fit 3 people in a room. I'm assuming you're pretty much 2 people.
Yeah.
I'm taking the room.
he's having his own room. I think let's face it, it's a half giant. This is probably the least common thing that's walked through the town. Satyrs aren't normal, but this is worse. I mean, satyrs are fey creatures, so let's be honest, they're used to fey creatures from the woodlands. They're not expecting a satyr to be in their bar, but they're not thrown off by his presence. So, then tieflings, although not native, they're not unheard of. They've met tiefling pilgrims before. they're quite happy just to give you beds for the night. If you do want to buy any drinks, I will charge you 2 gold per drink now, just to keep it as tame as possible.
I'm gonna have water.
I don't have money.
Anybody want to risk a drink?
You're getting water.
I am going to have the paladin pay for my drink.
Paladin is not paying for your drink.
Yeah.
It's
No.
Roll a charisma check then.
8, so like 3.
You don't roll charisma.
Hooray!
I was about to say, because if so, somehow I
stuck.
still managed to win. I got 6.
Buy a drink.
No, I would say you do not convince the paladin to buy.
I bought you 1 drink before. Go to sleep.
I like that that's how you've learned. Okay, so I'm like,
Dragons would be granting me something good.
I want a drink. I want to see what this one does.
okay. Yep, I'm going
My drink?
I'll buy a
No, I
drink.
think I'm good this time.
Buy me drink.
I'm just
No.
gonna go to bed.
I buy him water.
I'm gonna avoid buying anyone any drinks.
No, Stu. That was 1 drink. No more.
I'm gonna buy a drink. I don't need gold.
Oh boy, do I have a funny one.
I'm good as I'm not buying this.
It's called Bottomless Pint.
Yes! I'm buying it.
Okay, you buy it. Okay, you've bought the Bottomless Pint. The bartender pours the beer into a ceramic mug. When the patron pulls the glass up to their mouths, they realise that the mug really doesn't have a bottom. The mug is empty, and the beer has been poured through the mug into a hole in the bar with the pitcher underneath. You've been tricked out of your drink. But you really are probably too dumb to understand. You probably think it's part of the gag.
Magic.
Drink. Buy a normal ale then.
I grabbed the bartender.
It's a bar lady.
I'm still grabbing the bartender.
Roll for intimidation.
Yeah, 12. I'm actually proficient in intimidation, so I cancel out my
you
negative.
cancel out your negative.
Continue drinking.
She's pretty nervous by being picked up, but she still has a bar to run. She pours you, kind of like grabs the pitcher that the bottomless ale thing had come from, and kind of puts it in front of you nervously because she doesn't want you to drink her dry. So a pitcher full of ale.
In fairness, that was a terrible idea, lady.
Yes.
It's the gag for the shop. I mean, she's got to do what she's told.
I know, but come on.
Would you donate it to a giant if he stood in front of you?
She probably just does it automatically. You know what you're like in the bar.
Yeah, there you
Who cares about the giant? I need to keep my job.
go. I need to keep my life.
Yeah, I need my job. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Having a rest, having a drink, anything that you want to get up to before tomorrow morning.
No, I'm just gonna go to bed and ignore all these other people. Hermit.
Drew's like, I'm not sure what I'm doing, but this is... Sure, why not?
I'm gonna go to bed before wishing I could ignore all of these people.
This campaign's gonna go great.
It's not enough babysitting money in the world for this.
I don't know what I was thinking.
It's only gonna get worse.
It's only gonna get worse.
Unless you
Okay,
I don't
so...
know. Transform into a dragon.
You get up
Why not?
really early, the sun's not even up, it's still pitch black outside, but you have to be out in the water before the sun rises. So you kind of groggily get out of bed. Those of you that have been drinking heavily,
Kick monk.
I don't, to be fair, the only person who's drinking heavily is a giant, and I'm pretty sure he's going to pass the constitution saving throw, so we'll forego it.
Your love is appreciated.
No problem, good sir.
So,
Pull the blanket off.
if you've got any preparations...
I sleep in the nude!
Unfazed.
I sleep in nude and I was sleeping in the bar.
You knock on everybody's doors to make sure they're awake, and you head down to the tavern. They're not even ready to serve yet. It's that early in the morning. They don't usually serve the sailors, so they normally serve the tourists. So the kitchen's not even open yet. So you have to make your way out to the pier quite early in the morning.
I know that staff on my way out.
If you've got rations in your bag, you might as well have some.
Nom.
So you're heading over to the boat. So who's taking the helm?
Who's good with boats?
I say I'm good with boats, but I don't know what a boat is.
I'm gonna
What
keep.
is boat?
I'm a somewhat dexterous individual.
Fine, you can have helm.
You probably want strength to helm a boat.
Strength.
Muscles. Yeah, you can steer. You can look.
Okay, so Monk's on lookout.
You
You're
can
steering.
direct them.
Where we go?
The other way.
So you head out into the waters. Monk, can you roll me a perception just to see how we get on? Please roll it properly. Like, actually roll your dice on the table.
Well done.
Alder.
will not do.
Roll the proper.
Roll the proper dice, so let you off.
Try not to get in my back.
Ten. Better.
Plus perception if he's got it, so I think it's plus your wisdom.
Yeah. So +2.
+2, yeah.
Okay, so it seems quite calm in the early hours of the morning. There's no.
Well, you're full health
You can-
now.
It's still quite dark, so
Dark
even though the
light.
water is
Full
clear,
health.
you can't
Yeah,
quite
so
see
you slept.
what's underneath it.
Monk, you're full health too.
So you've got out past the jetty now. You're out past the pier, so now you're kind of getting into the deeper water, and you start to look out for the fish to get an idea where the fishermen would normally go, because you're not fishermen, so you're probably not used to it.
That's all I know.
So if anyone else wants to take a look out, keep rolling me perception.
I'll give it a look. See.
All I know is I'm steering a boat while carrying a box. so-
6.
Plus wisdom, is it?
Well, I came
Well,
in.
that's
I came in
good.
on a boat, so I look out for landmarks that I've seen as I came
You're
in.
on what?
You wouldn't have seen much. It's just a bay.
I got a 14.
Okay, so
What's Ranger?
Paladin has no idea what he's doing, but the sage who's a ranger has quite sharp eyes, and he clocks a vessel. In fact, who has dark vision?
Me.
Oh, I have dark.
I don't.
I'm blind.
It's black.
It's not easy to tell because the sun's not quite up yet. It is very dark. You kind of clock the shape of a ship on the horizon. It's kind of coming in and tilted round. You have a funny feeling that it's going to try and flank you from the side.
Give a yell.
That might be the pirates.
Thanks. Where?
That way.
What way?
Coming into the side.
Which side?
This way?
This side.
Pick a side.
The left side.
Do you reckon this is...
Other. His side.
It was the left.
It was left. Turns his head that way.
I turn the boat that way.
So you're going to head
Steering wheel.
towards it.
Do you reckon this vessel is swift enough to flank it?
Probably not.
You've got a half
Fishing
giant on it.
ship.
I
It's
weigh
a
a lot.
fishing boat and it's tiny. No.
And it's weighed down.
Are
Because there's
you gonna-
shinies in the water.
Are you going to just go straight up to it, or are you going to try and weasel around a bit?
I'm gonna say weasel around a little.
You're gonna have to convince me what that means.
I'm just gonna do this to your head for a while.
Okay, I need
Somehow reach up.
I'm on his shoulders.
Piggyback.
Yeah, he's got his arm back here steering it as well, so you kind of got to go like...
Really awkward position to steer a
I'm
boat.
also holding a giant box, so...
Put the box down.
Do me a strength check to make sure you keep control of the boat.
10.
We'll say that just passes.
So
So-
It's really hard to miss.
So you're kind of weaving around the water, so... But, I mean, you're no experts, but you see that the vessel's kind of holding its distance so that it's in deep enough water for their ship. So the ship's clearly not designed to come in at the angle you're at. So you're keeping it kind of at bay, but not in striking distance.
Right.
Can we? How do we stop a boat from moving?
Oh, you have two choices. You board it or it boards you.
Box.
You
Launch.
sink it.
It wants to throw a box at a boat. Okay, you'll need to get a bit closer to whack the
Forward.
to whack.
Like you move head forward.
Steer closer.
Steers the boat closer. Okay, you want to throw it. I can't remember what the stats are on the sheet. What, would any of these even be close?
I don't know. I just know I've got advantage because I'm a giant. Half
Yeah,
giant.
we'll make it a strength check to throw it. So it's 60 foot, so it's quite a high difficulty. Yeah, what was I thinking?
You hit it.
All you see is this giant let go of
Lobbing it.
and just lobs the
For
crate.
sake, how big is this boat we're on? Because he's throwing it, he's shifting all of his momentum.
Boat moves forward.
As he pushes forward, I don't think it's a
Like,
balance
take
check.
into account this guy's massive as well.
How much do you weigh?
Make me
about 200
make me a dex saving throw. Make sure.
9 plus 2.
So he stays on his
11.
feet, but the boat kind of rocks quite a lot. So everybody make a dexterity saving throw to make sure no one falls.
I
off
hold
the
on
boat.
to the giant.
What's that roll?
Okay, so I got score on this one. I fall my.
He scored the
I
worst.
fall my ass.
Dragonborn falls off the boat.
I hope you can swim.
Swim so.
Can I reach down to grab him?
Yeah, she can reach down to grab him. So this thing has been lobbed.
Thank you,
It
friend.
goes the full 60 feet and slams into the side of this vessel. And that's when you see the hoists come down.
Acrobatics is always a
it's-
good decision.
And it begins to tilt in the water and turn towards you. And with the sails down, it is considerably faster than you would be.
Oh, damn.
I grab the paladin out of the water and throw him onto the deck.
Okay, so as the ship comes into range, you're being thrown out.
Thanks.
Make me a strength check.
Me.
No, him.
6 plus 5, so 11. Would it
I
get
would
proficiency? Because I do have.
No, you wouldn't have proficiency in this chapter. I would say that you don't get him onto the boat so much as you slam him into the side of the boat.
Like,
That'll do.
hold on for dear life.
So the dragonborn's on the side of the boat, and that's when you hear the yelling with some voices up above.
I assume they
It
know
doesn't
it.
sound like a well-manned ship. It's not a massive pirate galleon. It's a decently sized, probably an infiltration type vessel designed to go quickly in the water, grab what it wants, and get
Little
out.
schooner.
I mean,
And I instantly try to climb overboard.
So as they come out, you hear a voice. A young woman shouts down from the top of the deck. And she's kind of dressed like almost exactly like you'd imagine a pirate to be. Almost like she's planned this get up for this moment. She has scimitars on her side and a great big feathered hat on her head. And she's leaning over looking as pompous as she possibly can because she's obviously playing a bit of a role here.
rolls my eyes.
Aye.
She hasn't spotted you in her boat.
Stealth. You do.
And she shouts down, "Surrender your vessel and give us your goods."
We are.
No, I'm having that.
Jump. I
Giant.
just jump to catch on the side.
Giant. Throw monk.
I throw the monk, then jump.
Do me a strength check and then do me an acrobatics check.
So the strength check has got 8, so that's probably failed.
So he picks you up and hurls you into the side of the boat.
The acrobatics, on the other hand, has passed with like 12.
That doesn't get you the whole way up the ship. I mean, this is a big vessel. It's still tall. You're
I wasn't
jumping off
intending
a
to get
boat.
the whole thing.
No,
I just
you're
wanted to grab
probably,
on.
there's now 3 people plastered on the side of the boat, holding on for dear
Holding on
life.
to the side of the
Holding on
cabin.
to any openings you can get hold of.
Holding on to
What
the
do you
side
mean
of the
holding
cabin,
on?
like
I
the
can make
one
my own.
time you're straight
Punch a hole in the side of the boat.
Punch climbing.
The one time your strength fails you.
I love how you think I care that it's failed against you.
Okay.
I don't think the joke.
She-
I think they know
She
we're on the boat.
whistles at her men on the boat, and 2 men lean over the edge with crossbows and they fire at
Probably the biggest target.
probably the biggest target. They fired at probably let's say they fire at you then because you are the biggest target.
I'm most likely to get pissed off at this.
Dink dink.
Okay.
Pulls boat under.
Pulls bow under.
Just rips out the cannon.
I got 17 plus 3 is 20 and 14 plus 3 is 17.
Both hit. My armor class is 17.
And now I'm glad you rolled those, so you are going to take 7, 2, 3, it's 1 to each, so it's 8, and 3 is
11.
11.
Oh yeah, I've just become angry.
And so she, at this point, she's pretty fed up. She throws a rope over the edge of her ship. She's clearly used to hauling people up on deck, and she goes, "Clamber on up and we'll deal with you in a moment."
I grab the rope, and is anyone holding on to it?
Well, no, she's just, it's like...
I'm
from
using
the
that to climb up.
Yeah, she wants you up. So they're all going to hold you at crossbow point while they raid your boat.
This is not going to end well for them. Everyone up?
Jokes on
They don't know that yet, so if you want to clamber on up, that's fine.
Did you know him? They know him there, don't they?
Yeah, they can see you now, they leaned over to shoot.
Ah.
So the giants clambered up. Anyone else clambering up before they get crossbowed in the face from above?
Well, do you know what? I've heard crossbows aren't actually the best for your health, so I'll give it a
Yeah, I'll
consideration.
climb
Might
up.
be a good idea.
So you clamber up onto the pirate ship at crossbow point, and
So sorry for what's about to
there's,
happen.
there's one bandit in the crow's nest, and there's the 2 of them that are pointing at you, and then there's her, and she's about to step back to clamber down the rope to grab whatever's on your vessel. So what would you like to do?
Are the
There's
grabber?
nothing on her vessel, so we let her.
You've walked up
Joke's
so
on
you won't be near her.
How close am I to the nearest
So
person?
you want to charge
the
for
clearest person.
It's probably like 5-10 foot away from the nearest.
I draw my
bandit.
great axe and charge right at them and
Right,
attack the
so-
closest one.
Okay, you best roll for initiative.
I join him for the other guy.
With rage,
You
you
best
have
roll your initiative.
12 plus
That was
14.
Yes. 7.
14.
punch him face.
Well, the paladin moves and I must follow.
You have no choice in the matter.
Yeah, I know.
12.
I wish you could give me one.
The choice is like your lumpet.
Dexterity, it's initiative. So 15.
Yeah, I'm straight 1.
I got 14, so I'm not going first.
My
Unlike my
initiative
warlock.
is
who-
Has anybody rolled above 20?
No.
I don't know what that is. I can
20 to 15?
Oh,
I'm
Robert
15.
Was I
rolled
supposed
20.
to roll? I didn't.
Roll,
It's
Roll
initiative.
You're supposed to roll.
We're fighting now.
Totally wasn't paying attention. 18.
Okay, so it is. Right, Druid. Who said 15?
Me.
And it's Bard.
Can I
Anyone
draw my
15 to
sword and
10?
shield?
I got 14. What did you get?
I got 7.
Anyone
I'm
who's
just here
below
for a
10?
ride at this point.
Me.
Okay, hang on a minute. So,
Oh, I am as well.
The last.
who got 9?
No.
Anyone got
Darryl.
8?
I got 7.
Nobody got 8, so you got 7, so that's 6.
No.
5? What did you two roll?
I rolled a net 1.
I just rolled an 18 there. It was at least before.
With his initiative.
You know when I
two,
say
initiative
when, you know when I say
Well, the same as the bard. didn't
I also rolled an 18.
No, he's got a +2, so Robert had a 20.
what did you get?
I
Robert
got
had a
one.
20.
Wait,
Robert had a 20.
Add your dexterity.
Dexterity.
0.
Oh, so I got 19.
Do you have a negative dex?
No, I've got a 0 dex.
Oh, Jesus.
Which is not bad considering I'm wearing heavy armor.
I'm not wearing any armor.
You don't need armor, you are armor.
So I'm doing this proper way. So, okay, so top of the turn is actually the Bandit Captain, who sees you about to make your movement. She's used to this. She's used to people struggling, and she takes her move immediately. And she runs forwards with 2 scimitars, and she actually has 3 multi-attacks. So she has
Oh,
2 scimitars.
She
and then
cut you up
She's
bad.
gonna cut you up. This is
I'm
why.
in
So now I've
rage.
got rubber that I
Pretty
can-
sure I can't die until the rage ends.
Yeah, but you don't get to start your rage until your turn.
Ah, true.
Yes. And it only lasts for 1
So
minute.
we've got
which is
18
like
plus
2
That's
times.
a fair bit of turn.
18 plus 5.
Yeah, because most
12
turns
plus 5,
last
and
10
then a nat
seconds,
1.
isn't it?
So her dagger misses drastically.
How does she throw a dagger and then attack with 2 scimitars in one
She
turn?
attacks with 2 scimitars, and then she probably swings around with her dagger.
You can hold a scimitar and a dagger in one hand.
She could actually.
Yeah, because daggers are
Sorry.
very small.
Well, light daggers. Yeah, so 2 of them hit.
I'll do it at work.
D6s. D6s! Yay, D6s. 7, 12.
Oh, yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, this was a tougher encounter than anticipated, sorry.
Only because I took 2 light crossbows straight off the bat, and you guys are
You
useless.
jumped on the boat.
Monk,
I'm
you're
stupid
up.
and a barbarian. If anyone can heal me and I can kill things.
I've got 5
Monk,
jump.
you're up.
You got-
What are you doing?
I mean, the thing is, I can go over to heal him, and in that process
What?
of
How
being
are
healed,
you planning on healing him?
You can't heal unless
You
you got a
can't
healing
heal.
spell.
You have no potions or spells.
Yeah, so like, okay, so
Just
that-
start
that's
Do you
punching.
have a healing spell?
Okay, do you know what?
I've got healing word.
That could work on me.
Where is the nearest archer wielding?
You're going for
individual?
one of them. They're about
Yeah.
10 foot away, so you probably just have to run. You'd have to
You'll
run
get
up
one.
to
I'm
them.
gonna
You'll
run
get
for the first one and
Okay,
just try
so
and
you're-
kick him in the face.
Okay,
Roll
so,
helps.
so you go for an unarmed
dice.
strike, so roll your d20.
Roll.
8.
Plus your strength.
It's
Plus the
dex,
dexterity.
yeah. And that's the +4, right?
That's with his proficiency.
Yeah,
as
with
well,
his
right?
Yeah, so it's plus. So that's 12.
Just hits. Roll 4 damage.
Ooh, they have 12.
The d4, because you're
So
unarmed.
D4. So
The evil
I
triangle.
3.
3.
So
3
I'm going
plus.
to write these down for you.
strength, is it?
Yeah, it should be 2. Yeah.
So 5. It's 3 plus your strength.
Yeah, that one is down 3. No staring.
I don't need to.
You don't need
We're
to
all
hear
dead
about
anyway.
it. Okay,
She
so the
heals
monk-
me, I deal a lot of damage
Monk
when I
does,
hit.
and the monk has run up to the front. You have a bonus action, by the way. You can strike again.
You can punch again.
Punch him
I'm
again!
I'm just trying to think. Like, so I've just kicked. So I guess as I reposition myself, I'm like, well, that worked the first time. I was gonna run to the next guy and try and kick him.
You're gonna go for the other one, okay? You don't have enough movement. You can
You
You've
know,
got
I
to
just-
you just got to hit the same guy
You gotta
twice.
hit the thing right twice.
That's fine. Water. All right. So I've just kicked. As I arch myself back down, I'll try to elbow across the side of the face.
Okay, go for it. Roll for your attack.
Bloody hell, where did I
Your d20, sir.
Yeah, d20's there. There we are. For goodness sake, stop doing that. Why?
Yeah, it's
You
hit.
get like a 50.
Got a 13 that time.
Yeah, that hits. And roll your 1d4 again.
I'm just gonna borrow yours down. Hope you don't mind.
3 again.
Very good. That's the 5 plus the that's the 5.
Okay, next up is the druid.
Cure wounds. Heal wounds.
That.
On
Bard
me.
has Healing Word and Druid has Cure Wounds.
Both will bring me back.
Yes, I have cure wounds. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure mine actually does heal more than his does just now.
Yeah, yours heals more, but hers has range. Hannah
you've
has
got to run
range
it.
and you have touch.
Well, I'm first, so I will. I'll be nice and I'll heal him.
Okay then, so I think that is 1d8 plus your spell modifier, if I remember rightly.
Yes, it is.
I'm
'cause
just checking.
You've
Because I
used that
can't
like
remember.
I
5
use it so
times
many
on.
times.
I'm the
But
only
it's
one
because
you've not
I have-
healed so far.
I have so many modifiers on healing that I don't know what I roll anymore.
1d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier,
Which will be...
which is I always
Plus
forget
5. So 8 plus 5. That's not bad.
I have no
Oh,
spells
yes.
yet.
So
Actually.
So 1d8, which is a
D8.
diamond.
6
Plus 5, so that's-
so 11.
So I go back up to 5 health.
6 plus 5 is 13. No, you're right, 11. What am I thinking?
11 health. No, you don't count your negative.
I've been playing...
No, do I not?
No, you don't count your negative. When you go unconscious, you go to 0 unless you've been
Back
done
up to
critical
11.
damage.
Yeah, then you do saving throws.
Yeah.
No, you're dun, dun,
We'll,
dun.
we'll work with it. Don't worry. Okay, so any bonus actions you can do? No, I don't think there is at this stage.
I have a punch. I have a hit. That's about it.
No, so that'll be the bard then.
Yep.
Tiefling! What would you like to do?
Pirate Captain's mine.
Apparently, the pirate captain is his. You
I'm
have
just angry.
An attack action,
Just, like,
and then you
passed
have,
out
or you
like
can cast a
immediately.
spell.
I've just got up and just
Or-
gone, now you die.
You can, and then you can buff an ally with inspiration if you want to, but you only have so much inspiration at an early level.
I guess I'll cast Hideous Laughter.
Can someone look that up for me so I don't have the player's handbook on me?
This is why I should
It's a
have brought
wisdom
my
saving throw,
iPad
isn't
out my bag.
Wait, I
What's
think
it
it is
called?
wisdom saving throw.
Hideous
Hideous
Laughter.
Tasha's hideous laughter. You got to tell it's a bad joke.
It's alphabetical via spell it.
Yeah. It works.
Yeah,
A creature of your choice that you can see within range perceives everything as hilariously funny and falls into fits of laughter. If this spell affects it, the target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or fall prone, become incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration. A creature with
Which
an
means
intelligence
disadvantage.
score of less than 4 isn't affected. So basically animals can't be affected. by
What
it.
are you targeting?
Well, who are you targeting?
Who are you targeting?
How many people can I... Is it
There's
just one?
3. There's
Just one,
one
yeah.
bandit in the pirate's nest up above, and there's 2 in front of you with crossbows, and then the pirate captain across from you that just sliced the.
Very angry barbarian.
Soon to be very.
So has everyone else just got crossbows?
Yeah.
And it lasts for 1 minute, apparently.
Yes, that's
So, like,
10
the
rounds,
entire
but
combat
unless you touch her. If you touch her, she gets straight back out.
Oh, I see how it works.
So who are you casting it on?
I guess I'm just ignoring you and going for the pirate captain because she's got the most weapons.
Well,
and
you don't need to
everything.
ignore him. Mary Ellen's
I'm
healed
back up.
him. So you're
I'm-
going for the pirate
you're not
captain. You're going to
physically up yet.
incapacitate her, which will give you advantage on top
I
of.
know.
What's your spell save DC? So it'll be on your spellcasting page. And it'll be the minute
14.
one. 14.
Gee, that's bad.
So I'm fine. Any other actions you'd like to make?
You got Bardic Inspiration? So I'll take it.
What else can I do?
Giant
What it does is
smash.
it gives 1d6 to any action roll that a player takes, and they can roll it before or after the roll if they think they're going to do badly.
So the Paladin or, like...
Next is the
anyone would be
Barbarian.
good. Barbarian probably not going to need it.
No, it's punches so hard the wind hits them.
So would you like to inspire anyone, or do you want to hold it for now?
Oh, I'll hold it for now.
That's fine. So Barbarian, you are up.
Attacking the Pirate Captain.
Go for it. What are you doing? You said you were going to rage.
Rage
Okay.
and Great Axe.
Okay. Go on. You go.
So 5 plus 7.
Miss.
Damn it.
You just blind with the rage. You're straight back up, and you're just not
I'd be
fully with
really
it,
useful
and
to
you
have that
s-
Bardic
you
Inspiration.
You swing wild, unfortunately. It is now bandit number 1. If I write these down, I might remember where they are. Damn it.
The monk.
Oh no, sneezes. No adorable sneezes right now.
Lad, they're a durabilist.
Shh, chat. No one needs to know.
They all need to know.
I know about them.
So, unfortunately,
Secret.
you're in the face of the person with the crossbow. So he's going to pull out his scimitar and he's going to go for a swipe. 15.
What's your armor class?
My armor class is 14.
I believe it passes, but 14, yeah.
Yeah, I hit that. I hit that, and then it's 1. You take 3 points of damage.
Ouchies.
You take 3 points of damage after your
I
long
mean, I
rest.
feel like that could be worse, honestly.
Could take 12.
Then it is
Taking tons.
number two. Number 2 still has crossbow in hand, is aiming at the party. It's figuring that it's probably not going to get past your armor, so it's going to go for the ranger. That is a wonderful. That is a miss. Like, I mean, so much has gone on. The man looks kind of panicked, is shot wide. So you're fine. Next is it's you.
I'm just shooting back.
Yeah, go for it. Roll for attack.
Oh boy. So I have art. I have
You
the
have
archery
proficiency.
thing.
You don't get that at first level, do you?
No. Archer's
Is that-
first
oh
level?
no, not yet. No.
Second level.
So you get your proficiency
so,
bonus
Proficiency, so that's
and dexterity.
8.
No,
So,
you
I
miss.
miss as well.
You were like, I'm not having that, but you weren't paying attention. You were just like, what? And then just loosed it, and it just twangs on the floor in front of them.
I'll get him next.
Bandit and 3 in the crow's nest
It was a
just
warning shot.
fires down, so it's gonna go straight, and because it's going straight, it'll probably go for, let's say, Druid, because it's straight down. Ooh. 11 plus 1 is 12.
What's your armor
I'm
class?
actually just 12, but I can put my shield up. And that gives
Have
me
you got
14.
a shield?
Yes.
You automatically count the shield.
Yes, and 14.
Think. Then, realizing what's going on, you kind of cower suddenly. You're like, what's on earth? And you hear a chink as the arrow hits into your shield, and you kind of look at the arrow for a moment before holding it back in place. And that brings us to the paladin,
Hooray!
who rolled so low that even the bandit beat him by 1 point.
That says a lot in life.
Gracious babysitter.
Okay, so what are you doing?
Oh, that's also very
I'm going to
useful.
run and go for the bandit he attacked.
Okay, so you're going for bandit 1, okay.
That's a 15.
That hits.
Alright.
What are you attacking with?
Longsword.
Longsword?
1d8
Yeah, 1d8, okay.
plus 3, is it?
I don't know. You tell me. What's modifier are you adding?
Strength, is it?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah.
You tell me.
1d8.
That is 10.
Paladin comes storming across the room and just pushes you aside and just straight up stabs this bandit.
Show off.
The bandit just goes limp on the sword.
Just peel him off my foot.
Yeah, so that's 1 bandit down. Congratulations, Paladin.
You know, I had it.
Next is the Bandit Captain,
Yeah.
who has so many attacks
My
it will
blood
probably
says
kill you
different.
again.
Not necessarily.
Oh, you're in range now. So.
And I'm resistant to slashing, bludgeoning, and piercing damage.
Great, so what is your AC then for this?
Unless it's anything's added by rage 17.
Oh, she missed all 3 times, you're fine. Like, being ranged, she's literally just whacking at you, but to you it just feels like pinpricks. You're like... You just
Flex his
don't care
pecs.
what's going on. Yeah, so that takes us back to the monk. What does the monk like to do? There's another bandit about 20, 30 feet away from you.
Bothered by my caretaker's absolute show-off antics, I'm gonna be like, okay, no, this guy I've got. I take my sickle, and I'm like, alright, I'm gonna go slash that guy. Watch this. Don't you take the mitt. I got this.
Don't hurt yourself doing it.
I will try my best.
You do a d4 damage with a sickle. You can do the same damage punching, don't you?
But
Just leave him.
sickles is sharp.
I don't know if it counts as a monk weapon, because it says that he's proficient with simple weapons, and yet what's a monk weapon?
Monk weapons are
like
non-bladed
staffs and
weapons.
stuff.
Yeah, great. So
Quarter
you don't, if
staffs.
you use your sickle, you can't punch afterwards.
So just punch.
You do more damage when you punch.
I draw my sickle and I'm like,
So you're like, I got this, guys. Like
What's better is
thoughts
do more
and
damage
prayers.
punching
Thoughts
than
and
he
prayers.
You need them both.
run up and then just right hook, left hook.
Again, roll for. I'll just roll for both attacks if you can.
That is a 14 plus
Hits.
the, and that's well, actually no,
16,
there was a 16, yeah, and that's I presume they both pass.
Yeah.
18
but
is-
yeah, so
yeah,
the first one was an 18.
So roll
technically, the next
2d4.
one's a 20. Yeah.
Roll 2d4.
2d4.
That's
One.
1.
Oh, good job.
I don't know.
One. 2 damage.
Right hook, left hook.
Well, plus your dex modifier, is it?
Yeah, yeah. So
Yes.
Which is...
No, you don't.
No?
no, is this the
Not
strength
for
one?
attack.
No, he gets it when he rolls. He only gets the 1d4 for an unarmed strike, because instead of when you're a monk, instead of getting 1 plus your strength, you roll a d4.
Okay.
Which is really good normally, just...
But as he levels up, he gets a different dice, so he
Yeah.
goes d8, d12, d whatever. Okay, so next is the
I
druid.
kind of give a sad look to
So
the
you've
monk.
got-
Who am I closest
You've
to?
got a guy with a crow's
Leave
nest,
the
and you've got a
pirates,
guy
Captain.
about 20 feet away that the monk's attacking, and then
Well, I
you've
see
got
you've
the
got time to
captain,
stare,
which
Paladin.
is kind of blocked off by the
Time to kill.
barbarian.
Do not attack the pirate captain, it's mine.
I can't anyway.
I'll kill it. You can run around the battlefield.
Yeah, I can move.
You have a
move up
short bow,
quick.
don't you?
No, I have a scimitar.
Right,
Oh,
so
no,
you're-
wait, do I? Good question.
No, you have a scimitar, you're right. So you probably want to go with toe-to-toe.
I have a
with your-
sling and a spear.
You probably want to go toe-to-toe with the one that's fighting the monk. You're probably the only one that can hit the one in the crow's nest.
I don't know, I have 4 javelins.
A ping in the back of your head just like turns around and throws the arrow back.
Just pick up the mass.
Come out there!
Yeah, well, I've got a dart, a javelin, I've got lots of stuff. But yeah, I'm going to move to the one.
With the monk. Okay, so you run up and you're going to attack it with...
Poison spray.
Oh, you're going for a spell, okay. What do you need to do for that?
Isn't that that's just
It's a
not your meat. It's fine.
Letter.
it's a first level spell.
It's cantrip, isn't it?
Oh yes, it is a cantrip. No. You throw a puff of poisonous gas at a creature you can see, forcing them to pass a Constitution save or take 1d12 poison damage.
That's dramatic.
Who'd you hit? The archer?
The bandit.
Bandit.
One that the bank was.
The second bandit.
No.
I'm going to
Yeah,
shoot
well, I
The
can
one the
control
monks
the
fight.
air kicks. Ha.
Well, I just did.
All I need to do is get a nat 20 and I pretty much just cleave this person off.
He needs a 20 and he wins. That's
The
sweet.
20 pretty much guarantees victory.
So
Okay,
you need to make a Constitution save.
What's the DC?
13 plus 5.
But
Well, is
it'll
that
be-
is it plus your spell attack bonus?
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
No, it's
just
our
13.
middle one.
13.
Fails. How much damage am I taking?
1d12. So this one.
She gets higher.
9.
It's just enough to take a kill at one go. And then someone going, oh, come on! So that's the second bandit down. That means
Not that you.
it's the bard's turn. So you have one in the
Very
crow's
nice.
nest, and you have one pirate captain attacking the barbarian.
So there's just one other dude left.
Yeah, so you either need a ranged weapon to hit the one in the crow's nest, or...
just take a javelin off my back, it's fine.
Picks up javelin, throws it. I could.
Or you could just give me bardic inspiration.
I also have a second.
Yeah, I give you inspiration.
Do you know how many spells?
Bards should have spells.
Yeah,
I
that'll be them
mean,
there,
yeah.
What's in your cantrips? What have you got?
I have no idea how to say that.
Thaumaturgy, minor illusion, and vicious mockery.
Vicious mockery.
What does Vicious Mockery do?
You viciously mock them.
I
I don't have my tablet, so I can't check my spells because you guys. Someone has my player's manual over there somewhere.
Yeah.
Is it 1d4 psychic damage?
Yes.
yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 1d4 psychic damage. So, I think is it an attack roll or is it a save? I think it's a save. If I
save,
remember
yeah.
rightly.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
our bard can't hit
It's
anything.
a
with
wisdom
yeah.
save.
It's a save. I'm pretty sure.
If not, they take 1d4 for
Yeah, they take 1d4. So the guy in the crow's nest takes 1d4 psychic damage. So roll the triangle-shaped dice.
the evil triangle.
One.
It's okay. 1 damage is 1 damage.
You suck. up there.
Barbarian.
And attack with great axe.
Okay, so
With rage on. So 6 plus 7 plus 2.
I have no idea what that is.
That's
A lot.
Enough.
15.
Just enough. Roll for damage.
That's the d12. 4 plus 2 plus 5 in it?
I have no idea. I've never done rage before.
Yeah, rage adds plus 2 damage, so 11.
Yep.
I can't do maths either. Okay, my range, I can check for damage.
I've also got a random bardic inspiration. that I've not
next is
used.
the ranger because you've killed the bandits. So you're
Right,
going for the
well,
one in the crow's nest because no one else can reach it.
yeah, I think I'm gonna start targeting that one before he does anything.
So you
else.
take a few steps back so you can get a good shot and you aim it up the way.
Trying to win the base.
Shoot him in the crotch!
Shoot him in the face.
Shoot him in the knee.
That
That's
is
a 19. That's definitely hit.
That's definitely hit.
24,
Roll for damage.
which is
1d8, I think.
yes.
Plus your dexterity modifier.
4.
4. What's your dex modifier?
That is with the dex modifier.
You did good there, man. You did good.
So it's his go now, and because you've shot at him, he's going to shoot at you.
He'd be mad.
I have got a very low score. Yeah, I definitely miss. Like this guy, like he can't. Like you're at an awkward angle. He can't quite get a shot off, and he misses firing wide. Paladin.
I'm going to Dragon Breath him.
That's a little bit overkill. You should probably save that for the boss thing.
I can't do anything else.
We gonna go javelin?
No, we were at the boss.
You've got the boss.
Alright.
No, if he's got the boss, I don't need to worry about it.
I kind of do. I've still got to hit the damn thing. And roll
Just
high
climb
enough.
on up and throw the guy
So
off
you're
the
gonna
post.
dragon breath up at this thing.
Yeah, I'm going to Lightning Breath him.
Okay, what do I have to roll? What do you have to roll?
It's a spell save. He has to do a
Dex save. Is it?
dex save and
he
it's
takes
half damage.
either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's my... What's this?
What's your spell modifier?
Yeah, does he have a modifier for it?
Yes.
11.
11.
Well, I've saved. What do I damage?
Half damage.
What's half damage?
Can't remember, actually.
You are a terrible dragonborn. You didn't write this down.
No, I didn't.
I can only really run off the warlock stuff, which is like my first breath type weapon is 3d6.
Someone have the player's handbook, please.
I thought I did write it
You
down.
need to go to dragonborn base.
Human.
You're in other way for dragonborn.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
It's after
before,
human?
It's after human. It's before tiefling.
Ah, here we are.
It's its breath weapon.
He is bronze.
Yes. Why did I write that down?
No.
Bronze, lightning. 5 by 30 feet.
No, is it not?
It says 2d6 damage on fail save and half as much on a successful one. So roll 2d6 and then half it.
Yeah, roll 2d6. 2, 8,
8, 4.
Where do they put the pins? Okay, so this incredibly seeing you step back, he kind of freaks out and hides behind the post, but all the scathe of the lightning shooting past him takes the damage and is just freaks out behind the pole.
Can I yell at him?
That takes me back to the Bandit Captain. Seeing as I can't get you out of my face, I'm going to have to keep trying to hit you.
And even when you do, I take half damage.
Yep.
Rolls crit.
Well, there's a crit. Yeah, so
2 hit.
2 hits and a miss, so one of them's a crit.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna hit you next.
Lays on the floor, healing hands.
So I'll do this bit by
Stop
bit.
touching yourself!
Shut up, you're not my mom.
You take 9 points from the first hit,
Mm-hmm.
5 points from the next hit, and she misses for the third one.
So, do I have to half that?
And you would. So what did I say? It was 9 and 5.
14, so I took 7 points of damage.
7 points.
So I'm down to 4 points of 4 health.
She's got it in for you.
Monk. If you can't hit the guy up there, you're going to have to go for the captain, so pick your pick.
If you want to punch the captain, go for it. I think...
I mean, if you've got a javelin, you can just fling it.
Do not fling a javelin near me, because if it hits me, I will kill you.
Monk has no spells, and I don't think you've got... No, you've
Just,
got
I don't think I have a javelin.
So you have to attack the captain,
Yeah.
so
Just
you're
run
gonna
up and
run
attack the
punch it.
captain.
Kick her in the back of the head.
Yeah, I
Punch
think
her in the
it's
ass.
stuff along the plan. I'll tell you what. Can I run up and try to do a flying knee in the back of her head?
Sure, just roll for attack. Yeah.
If you get a nat 1, you're going to be hitting me.
No, if he doesn't that one, he's going to fly off the
Oh,
side of
trust
the
me, you
boat.
won't even notice me, big fella. Don't worry about it.
Pings off,
That's-
hurts himself.
See here. What's this?
Rolled a 16 there.
16, then there's the d4. So
That
it's
hits,
20.
so roll your 1d4.
4.
3. And then you can punch again if you want.
Yeah, you can hit again if you want.
Alright, so from a flying knee position, where is the next best
Headbutt.
Scissor
So
kick.
you would have kind of come back down on your feet, so your next best bet would be like a palm hit or something, like palm up the way.
Yeah.
Or you
palm-
could just flip kick.
I'll palm straight to the
Or you
side
could,
of
yeah,
the
you
head.
could do
Right,
like
go for it. So you roll your attack again. So you roll your d20.
12.
Plus
16 this time.
16, yeah.
That just hits. Roll your 1d4.
At least I'm hitting consistently, but I'm not really doing the same damage.
It'll build up as you level up.
I'm not worried.
2.
2.
Wait, so is the attention now on him now?
Well, I can hit both of you because it's a multi-attack. Yeah, so next will be the druid.
That require healing.
How far is things away from me?
I would say they're about 20 feet away. Are you thinking
And the
something
guy
like-
above? About the same?
A bit higher.
Probably a bit higher because he's in
I'm
the...
just going to go for the captain then, and then produce flame.
Okay, so
Well,
a lob it, okay. So what do you need to do for that?
if I'm using it as an attack, I have to roll a d20, and if it hits, they take 1d8 fire damage.
Okay, so roll for attack.
And would that be plus my spell attack bonus?
Yes.
Yes.
So that's 9, no.
No, it goes wide. You're so excited, you think, this is a great idea! And you fling it, and it just flies past the raging Barbarian's head. He doesn't even glimpse, he's just totally focused on target, and you're like sucking breath just in case. But no, it's gone wide.
not gonna
Next is the Bard.
Tried.
And you're like, do you want to go in, or do you want to just mockery the one up there, or...
Well, the one up there is not doing too well, I don't think.
You could probably
No, he's not
vicious
doing too
mockery
well,
the
you
one
might
up
be able
there.
to vicious mockery the one
And getting a kill by vicious mockery is just hilarious.
insults him to
You're
death.
basically going, "You're a dick."
No, I can't count that, unfortunately.
Words of power.
You offended me to death.
You know, in modern day society, that's a real thing.
It sadly is.
Do it. Vicious mockery.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go
Okay,
for
so
it.
wisdom save.
Your mama smells like cabbage.
Oh, I
That one.
critically failed it. Roll your 1d4.
Just throws himself
Two.
up.
You have killed him by insult.
What's the insult? What did you call
What
him?
did you call him?
Just
I was saying you should have went to- Your mama smells like cabbage.
You have viciously mocked him. Would you like to inspire anybody? You're quite happy.
Nah, I've already got one. So.
Okay.
give it to him anyway. He's-
No,
I can only have one at
let
a time.
the barbarian go for it. Go on, barbarian. Smash your face in.
20!
Yes! Okay then, start rolling your damage.
It's 2d12, is it not?
Yeah, 2d12. And then your
12, 9,
Dead.
plus 2, plus
Hang on.
5, so
Is there an option to
Oh.
actively stand back?
14,
I need a calculator.
28 damage.
I need a calculator.
Cleaves it in half.
She's really feeling that. She was like really pulled her back. But she's holding it together. She's seen that her crew's going down, but she's going down with a ship. She's like gunning for it at this point. Ranger, you're on. Ranger, you are up.
And I
How
just,
would you not
I
go
just
for
steal the
it?
kill and just like ping.
You're gonna try and ping her. Okay, then.
I'll move to the side so
Yeah,
I
that's
don't. I
a
don't shoot
reasonable
the barbarian,
assumption.
And I'll just like ping.
Yeah, go on then.
Shoot a little arrow,
Doendak single striker.
and I critically fail. A single strike is all it
Do you
took.
still have...
Wait, I'm enraged.
Yeah, I was
Wait,
going to say,
can't
he
go
still
down
has
in
rage,
do I not?
so he might just be...
I've got to check up the rules of
He might
this.
just ping back the side of his head.
Oh no, if I go unconscious, my rage ends.
Yeah, so,
Just like arrow flips and lands at his back.
hang on, has anyone got a coin?
Wouldn't
There's one.
Right, because it's
wouldn't
the
be
monk
classed as
and
piercing
the
damage, so
Oh yeah, because you're like right
'Cause he's
behind
the
as
resistant.
well.
monk and the barbarian are in range. So funky
Hit the
looking
fucking monk,
penny.
for the love of God.
Oh no. Oh
Would
no.
it not
it's
be
a
easier
monkey.
just to roll a d4 and
No,
then
it's more
back?
fun. Did I go? Okay. Okay.
I don't suppose anyone's got any
If that
like
arrow
health
hits me and
potions
I
or
live,
anything?
I'm having goat leg
I've
for
literally
dinner.
just
Heads
got
or
pure
tails?
wounds.
Do you not have healing word?
Heads.
I have lay on hands.
Do you kind of want to heal
He
me?
has
Because I've
to
got
touch
4
you.
health.
I will heal you when I get to you.
Okay, you're hitting the monk.
Oh fuck!
I'm having rump of goat for dinner. If I live this.
Roll your damage as normal.
Oh.
Failed that one.
That's a cock dice. Roll it again.
Yeah, roll.
I'd laugh if that was an 8. 4.
4.
I'd have survived
So
that.
you've made your epic move, and then you feel this
You
like
like
thing
you
just
dive,
Just
you
Right?
dive out of the way and master.
In that moment, all you could think
to your side.
It's
I
like
just turn around like, damn you, good boy!
best thing in that moment, you can just kind of go, the barbarian hurt more.
paladin.
Me. I'm gonna walk up to the giant, I'm gonna lay on hands.
Don't waste your lay on hands. Do something productive.
Well,
She's still awake.
Finish
I have
the
4
fight.
health.
how hurt is she?
Run around the side and whack her. I don't know.
Heal me.
I'm not telling you.
Seriously. I can't survive another hit from this woman.
And she goes next to be fair. You might be right.
Yeah, I'm gonna
He goes
go.
up behind him and pats him gently.
Pats him 3 times for 3 health points.
3.
You have a maximum of 5.
I'm gonna get up to half his maximum, which is.
What's his maximum?
17.
Yeah, you get off 5. I'm nice to you. Pats him 5 times in the back of the calf. 'Cause I can't move the.
He kind of just like touches his butt.
And
Feels up the barbarian, but the barbarian's too angry to notice. Okay, so Paladin, that's your turn. And then it's.
I give a really dirty look to the satyr at my pallet and my escort.
He's the one that jumped out of the way of
Okay.
the massive axe to
So-
only be shot by my arrow that would have went wide.
So
Learn to hit.
we're gonna do.
You're not going to mock me
I'm
for
deciding
having
which
an
dice
arrow
is
in
which
my
weapons
ass
to make
now.
this
No,
fair.
you probably deserved it.
Right, Shrek.
None hit.
None hit.
None hit. I was gonna go for
I'm going to go from the axe. I was using the fortress to Mike Myers.
after that last hit. She just really
So
can't
just really
can't
strong.
focus.
Just turn around
She's
and be
swinging.
like, don't do it!
She's swinging. I'll wait until the laughter subsides to give commentary on how the
Whoopsies.
poor struggling bandit captain is just reeling from this last hit, and she swings wide, flailing, and I suppose by stroke of luck, because the monk's being hit by an arrow and is turned around angrily, she just misses him. So that brings us back to the monk again.
Look at the positives. I shot you, but you dodged an attack because I shot you.
So, just, I'm trying to realistically imagine this. This arrow is like, right there.
Right in the rump.
And it's like, if I go to kick, that's not going to be so good. If I pull out, it's going to start bleeding.
Punch her.
Punch her!
I'm just going to have to punch her.
Roll your d20.
11. That's
Plus
4.
14.
15.
4 plus 15.
just hits.
And 16.
Okay,
Do you
roll
want
your
2d4?
Oh,
damages.
thank you, big fella. You've been nicer than me.
I don't know where they
Got
went.
4
1
and
and a 4.
a 1 and a 4. Where's my other? Yeah, Jesus.
I was like bowling right there.
Okay,
Imbued with ass-based
Druid.
rage, I punch her in the face.
you're just so angry. You don't even. It's not even a needed double-handed attack. It's just wham straight back.
Or rather,
around.
like, it hits my ass right at the same time. I'm just like, ah, damn it!
Yeah. Druid, what would you like
I'm going to
do?
attempt Butcher's Flame.
Okay, on you go.
Hit her in the face with it. Yeah. No. 8 plus 5.
No, that
13
misses.
No.
You're just like, come on! If this goes wrong one more time, we're rolling on the spellcasting table.
Oh no.
I'm just not going to do Butcher's Flame again today.
That's
You're up,
gonna go.
Bard.
Yep, you're up, Bard.
Viciously mock them to death.
Go and whack them with your rapier. Or
Yeah, I was
scimitar
gonna
you
run
have.
at them with the
You have
rapier.
have you got rapier or scimitar?
It's
You got
rapier.
rapier. So you're gonna run at her with rapier. So you roll your d20 and add your dex and proficiency.
2.
Well,
Nothing.
you run up, but there's the things in your way, and you're kind of like sidestepping, but you can't get a hit in because
Rogue
it's
arrow
just like
flies
this
past.
great big bulking half giant. Great big bulking half giant. So yeah, you have missed. Okay, barbarian, what have you got?
Exactly the same thing. With another nat 20.
That's
Well, this
That's
better
gotta
be.
be
Come on,
game.
it's gotta be game. Come on.
9 plus 6. That's what? 15 plus 5
Yeah.
plus
that
2.
does it.
22.
How do you want to do this?
I cleave her head off. No, I cut her from shoulder to thumb. Just
5 to half.
Yeah,
cut her in half.
that's pretty much what's happening. He's just, whoa, and you're like blood everywhere, and like just 2 hunks of meat on the ground. Congratulations, you've killed some pirates.
Hooray! No one died.
Just a scream of rage and then proceeding to kick the corpse off the boat.
Take.
That's
Right.
already gone.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna loot the pockets.
The lawful good paladin loots the pocket.
I'm gonna loot the shit.
When I say I kick the
Right,
corpse
hang
off
on.
the boat, I just kick it to the edge.
Who's doing what?
I'm looting all the corpses.
I want
Ah.
He's also looting the corpses,
I'm
so
going
you're
to
gonna.
attempt to...
You've got the pirates. You got the captain. I've got the other 2 guys.
I'm looting whatever the hell I get to first. Let's face it, you're not big enough to stop me.
Right, well, you didn't get near to make a good hit, so I'd say you're nearer he's nearer the captain and you're nearer the...
That's fine, I'm going to get there.
Anyone else doing anything?
I pick up
I'm
the
gonna
hat.
snap the arrow at its base and then pull it out.
Right,
Maybe
is anybody gonna... Who else is looting?
I'm
I'm
gonna
just
loot
looting the
ship.
pirate captain.
Right.
You're going to start the ship
Roll for
afterwards.
the investigation.
4. 1.
What do I add to?
I've got
You're
a negative 3 to
so
intelligence.
delighted at having killed her that you didn't even bother searching, you just kicked her off the boat.
Yep.
What did you get?
What's
Did you not want the hat?
I did want the hat,
Say
yes.
investigation
You can
roll
jump
on
overboard
stat
if you want it.
crack side.
Yeah, but didn't you cut her head off?
No, I cut her from like there to there. Just slice.
Did you fold the
That's
lower
tempting.
torso or the upper
Then
torso?
you just
'Cause
add
part of
your
that's
normal
there.
modifier.
You know.
The
Yeah,
lower
you just-
torso's
just-
just like one side, the upper torso's the other.
Oh,
But sort of
they're just-
diagonally.
Generic bandits, you find about 5 gold between them.
How is the lawful good paladin looting pockets?
Technically, they're dead.
Waffly.
How did he do it? He does it awfully.
Waffling looking in pockets.
These are being procured
You
from
find
the
about
magistrate.
you find about 5 gold. They're just common pirates. They've got nothing else.
This
Like a
is
couple of
the
crossbow
name
bolts,
of
maybe
the
10
law.
crossbow bolts between
Can I
them.
take the crossbow?
No, you can't.
In the name of the law of the jungle.
You're not taking the crossbow.
I can take the crossbow though.
They're
Point
dead,
out.
so they can't fight it.
No, he's rolled a 1. He's not getting nothing. You get 5 gold. Stop complaining.
Dude, start
I'll take
looting.
5 gold.
Right, seeing as he's looting
I've
bodies,
got
who
an arrow
else
in my
is
ass.
definitely tempting
to remove
I look
that.
around, I guess.
Right, roll an investigation check. Wait your turn.
I'm doing something that's going to really, really help the
8.
monk.
What do I add on to that?
If you've got proficiency, you add that. If not, you just add the modifier related to it.
Intelligence.
I don't know. Do you have any intelligence? Just add intelligence.
I have
8
1.
plus 1, so 9.
9.
Right. You don't really know what you're looking for. It's a ship. You find a compass by the ship
Wheel.
wheel. My brain totally blanked there as well.
Ship stuff.
Ship stuff. The helm. The helms. You find a compass by the helm. It's pretty. You could probably sell it for a couple of gold. Yeah.
Or get through a forest.
Anyone else investigating?
I'm gonna loot the ship as
You know,
well.
the ship roll
That is just a 14.
14.
10 bucks.
You open up the captain's office and you find a small chest with about 30 gold pieces in it.
Yes.
Anyone else want to do anything?
I ripped the arrow out of the monk's
I
eyes.
will.
And I'm pulling it out.
I'm yanking it out faster.
I'm seeing Shrek.
This is none of my business what happens in this interaction.
Just. Then proceed to carry you again.
No, I just look at you and I'm like, there's not even that point. Stabbing me, seriously.
No, go along with it. It's easier on me.
I just close my eyes, I bite my lip, and I'm like,
You have in your possession a small fishing ship and a pirate ship. A small pirate ship. It would be sailable into the pier.
We keep boat.
We keep boat.
We keep boat.
We have a big boat.
So somebody wants to steer the fishing boat and somebody
I'll
wants to
take the fishing boat and see if I can find the hat anywhere in the water as I climb down. So I wanted the hat because it was awesome.
Well, the body's still kind of floating nearby. It would have landed really
Half
near your
of
boat.
it
So sure,
sort of
you can
floating
have the
nearby.
pirate hat.
I kick
You
all the
have
other
in your
corpses off the boat.
inventory a pirate hat.
I've looted them. Oh, you're all yours.
Awesome.
You can throw
I'm
them.
gonna
In
take
your
their heads,
treasure,
actually.
you have
Shoot,
a
right,
fine
right,
feathered
yeah.
pirate's
I'm
hat.
taking the
Save
heads of the
that for
bandits
her.
still on the boat.
I need to know this on paper.
Why?
So I'm gonna hand them in, see if I can get gold for them.
No.
I'm still doing it.
It's a pilgrimage. You're not going to get gold.
I'm
for
still
it.
doing it.
Has pirate heads, alarms everyone he walks past.
Pirate heads.
Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take one of the jackets and wrap the pirate's head in the jacket.
Is
It's none of your business what he does with
don't
parrots.
understand about these
Well, I've got golden time with them.
Yeah, but you don't have
None
to
of us do.
affiliate with him.
I'm just carrying heads.
Right, so you sail the boats back into the pier. There's a little bit of alarm at the side, seeing an inland ship coming into harbour. But when they see the great big half giant beaming at the front of the ship, they're like,
All tight down.
their heads.
I don't want
Yeah, they're kind of, I think they're more alarmed at him than anything else. And more than they just kind of scarper off the pier, to be brutally honest. So you take your ship in and you tie it up to the best of your knowledge. I mean, you're no experts in knots, but hopefully your ship won't go sailing off without you. And you're in the pier.
Were we able to actually save that tiny little ship for the dragon? No, the dragon did.
Yes.
She-
Yeah,
it's
I-
perfectly
The
I-
dragon was
Yeah,
most
yeah.
concerned.
She-
I've sealed it back,
Yeah, yeah.
so I got the hat.
So she sailed the ship.
Yeah, I go find the pier master.
You're gonna go look for the port master.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell
No.
him we did the job. The giant did the job.
The port master's just sitting around going, "Gray, what do you want me to do about it?"
Then you know, you're safe to fish in the
Your
morning.
boat's back.
Oh, thank you. That's appreciated.
Yeah, that's
Was
it.
any harm come to our?
No.
You buy boat?
Do you want a ship?
I will not buy boat. My job is to make sure that they are safe in the harbour.
Cool.
I can make
Boat.
one safe.
Safe.
Congratulations.
We keep boat. We
Why
find
do we
more
keep
pirates.
boat?
You
More
keep
pirates.
boat.
Maybe
We
bigger boat.
keep pirate boat.
Keep bigger boat.
Yeah, we
Get
keep
more
the
boats.
pirate ship.
More boats. We're becoming pirates.
Yes, Mr. Right. Whole new campaign. The easiest way to derail now is just to throw a kraken at you, but we'll forego the formalities.
He might be a
Kraken
Just
hunting.
wear a little hat and cover up the dome of justice.
The port master thanks you for your courage, and
I'm gonna go see the dragon. Mump dump.
I'm following.
Okay.
you're going to go and see the dragon.
Hit the heads.
I mean, at this point, I'm tangled.
Once again, you,
I'd head from dragon.
as the sun's come up by now. It's it's early morning, quite bright. You come along, the water's clear, and you dip down into the tunnel, and you come straight through. And right enough there is Chamenth, just relaxing in her little pond peacefully. And she sees she lifts her head as you come in, and she just sort of looks. She's a little bit aghast, to be honest. She's very shy. She's not really into violence, and she just sees the
Severed heads.
Zinaerys' head. She kinda, like,
Heads.
like, you know when a dog saw something he doesn't like, and its nose just goes. Like she looks like an insulted puppy. Quite honestly, she's
I'm just still gonna offer the heads.
No, team doesn't need heads.
I'm just offering the heads until
Keep
something
heads. Keep
happens.
heads.
I want you to know that I'm pretty sure he means it in the nicest way possible. But, yeah, it's been
He's
taken
not
care of.
very intelligent.
I can see that. I hope you take good care of him. He clearly needs it.
Yes.
So I believe you must have taken care of our
Yes,
problem.
they are.
Not a very powerful dragon. It's just like it
Gestures to back of
insulted.
heads. Yes.
Kind of insulted a little bit, but she's gonna go. She thanks you profusely, and she says, "I will indeed grant my blessing upon you." And she sort of shimmers around a little bit, flicks her tail, and forms from her magic a robe of the waterfall.
Excellent.
If anyone would like the robe of
Oh,
the waterfall.
robe!
What should do?
Oh,
What does it do?
This rare robe requires
come on, you know I
attunement.
won't fit you.
This robe grants advantage to athletic checks when swimming or climbing wet surfaces. Feather fall when descending running water. And once a day, the waiter can cast Wall of Water.
I think we both want it, but I don't know what it does.
I wear it. It's too big for you.
It's
small.
too
Me
small.
big, you small. Good
Too
size.
small for you. It's probably
You know
too
what?
small for barbarian.
Do you know what? You just for you. You can have it.
You have no idea what it does, but you have a pretty blue robe with water symbols over it, and then sash
Try
that
putting
ties
it
it around
on,
the middle.
please.
Eh.
I grab it.
It's not shiny. Nope.
I grab it out of the air and. Do I need this?
Give it to somebody.
Paladin. Hello?
I suppose you need the help. I'm just gonna grudgingly pass it to the monk.
She kind of watches this weird throwing around of her blessing, and she's like,
I'm just going to
I
stand,
do
I'm going to stand
appreciate
there and
it.
roll my eyes.
I was gonna say.
I
She thanks you again. You won't know what it does. You would probably have to investigate the item. But she smiles quite happily at your achievement. She goes, "I'm so relieved that you've come back safe. Perhaps you could, on the road to your next stop, do something to help my fellow Lord of the Fae, who I suspect isn't doing his job very well."
certainly.
You see, on the road to there's a lighthouse to the south of the bay. It's quite obvious, you'll see it. It's a few miles away though, and a lot of travellers have been coming back because the trail's overrun with beasts of the land, and they haven't been able to get through to
Really?
receive their blessings. I mean, I'd be really grateful if you could clear the path on your way to the lighthouse.
You know you have to, like, tell us everything she is saying, right?
I understand, so.
I don't.
Yeah, that's someone. He's just sitting there quietly keeping it to himself.
Yeah, so do
I'm
I.
just-
Yeah, she
I
was-
don't understand anything what's going on.
I speak Draconic and
I also speak elf. So
I can speak giant,
I speak
but
elfin too.
Our
Tiefling's like,
Well, I have identify, so I can like.
you can find out what the rope.
Yeah, I can touch the robe and see what it does.
And he sneaks up behind the monk and cracks
Just
him
like-
on the pats him on the
Just
shoulder,
strokes.
pretending to be genuine when she's really casting investigate.
Just like, oh, that's a really cool robe you got there.
It's very pretty. She likes pretty things.
Okay. Mr. Dragon would like us to go investigate local area, I believe corresponding to a lighthouse.
Yes, the way
miles.
the path to the keeper of the weather and the sea. He's the next lord on your journey, I believe. But a lot of the travellers can't make it to him. It seems that he's left his trail to become overrun.
Okay, well, he's supposed to be protecting some sort of trail along the way, but clearly it is completely overrun and he's not doing his job very well. So we're
Take
going
boat?
to have to take a...
We have to
Kill things.
kill animals.
Walk
Boat.
along, kill things, get shiny, you know the drill.
Yeah, we do this.
No boat.
No boat.
Why do we have boat?
For later.
We use boat later.
Maybe.
I don't know, what would you do? You'll probably have sex with boat. Just the only
You
thing
can
big-
live on the boat just now. You can go back there and live on
free
it.
living.
Free living.
Is there booze on the boat?
There probably is if you
Yeah,
line up
right.
with it.
So
Let's go
yeah.
find some grog or something.
So
Find the drink.
Chamenth thanks you once more and bids you farewell and hopes that you have fortune on the trail.
I'm going to get breakfast.
Yeah, it's early morning now. You've killed some pirates much quicker than I thought you would.
Breakfast.
I'm still carrying the heads. I don't know what to do.
I assume you all. Would anyone like to go to the market or the shops to grab anything before next?
It should be
Yeah,
brought. I
let's,
don't know
like,
if you heard
go
it.
see
He
how,
did say I
like-
could have half the gold that he specifically looted from that area.
That's fine. You can have your thing go.
But that besides.
So,
not
does anyone
exactly
want
the-
to like get any supplies or anything before?
Yeah,
you
I
go?
want to go to the market and see like what supplies we can get.
Yeah,
What kind of things
Just
are you
like-
looking for?
Just any food and stuff we can bring with us if we're...
Well, you can hunt on the trail because she's a hunter. She's a druid, so she can find berries and stuff without anybody dying.
I can make skins.
He can make leather armor for selling. He's a tanner and a leather worker.
We can make weapons
I'm a
together.
blacksmith.
We can make big shinies together.
This will be so funny.
You're going to go, well...
I'm gonna get this an item later on that might
that's
derail the
fun.
campaign. You two will just go off and start a business, and that'll be the end of it.
But you're on your own. Bye!
I see that all you need to be in life to succeed is stupid.
This you have learned so much already.
You should
Who you call
Uh,
stupid?
If you are going to the
Me,
market,
obviously.
the market you
Yes,
can
I
find.
am a giant, hairy barbarian. Did you not know?
Can I roll to see if I'm being insulted? If I can figure this out.
Kev, you can roll an insight check.
Wales clothes are so dumb.
12.
You have a funny inkling that he's not being genuine.
That makes it look like I'm going to punch him. Like full blown, just going straight for you.
I believe you.
He believes you. And so, if you're going to the market, you could probably buy a herbalist kit. I probably need the player's handbook for this because I can't remember which book it's in.
It was literally
looking
the
at?
Herbalist.
looking fire.
There we go.
I was
Cost 5 gold. There we go. That's what we're looking for. So you could probably buy a
naturalist,
herbalism
right?
kit
Yeah.
at the cost of 5 gold.
You should probably try and
If
buy
you
an
were
alchemist
to go into
kit.
the town centre, you could probably find an actual alchemist, because I mean it's a pilgrimage, there are going to be plenty of shops that can sell probably potions of healing.
Is there a blacksmith?
They are expensive, I'm trying to find them, they'll be in
50
there.
gold each.
Can I,
For the
can I
normal
get
one.
anything like an alchemy?
I'm on about see if I can
For
earn some
15
gold in this
gold,
forge doing some blacksmithing.
Right, so...
So,
No,
I am a
I know where
blacksmith.
they are. I know where they are, I marked them.
Oh, would it be alchemist supplies? No.
No, it's fine.
Well, I mean, you can just go on my search bar and...
Yeah, what were we looking for? I wasn't paying
Potions of
attention.
healing is what we're looking for next.
I
No.
don't think you could.
Potion of
There's
healing.
there's no point me
50.
not carrying them.
Yeah, 50. So 50 gold for a potion of healing.
For
Is it
£half.
expensive?
We could
Might be worth
chip
buying
in
one.
for one.
How much?
It's
50
50 gold for a
gold.
potion of healing. He'd rather buy beer.
Can I see if I can earn some gold in the nearby blacksmith?
No, you cannot.
Why not?
No, it's they're kind of light on work. They're just kind of for repairing the ships and
Can I steal the ramble?
minor weapon. No, you cannot steal their apple.
Just walk in and just go, thank you.
Unroll a chain and start swinging it.
Who's
I
buying
dick.
potions and things? Anybody buying any ammo?
I don't have enough for anything.
Uh,
I have
I
35
guess
gold.
I'll get a potion
How
of
much you got?
healing.
They'll buy a potion of
35.
healing. So
I have
And the
10.
herbals and kit.
Can I sell
cool. So that's 55 gold and.
So I didn't
Adul's
pay
here.
for my beer.
I would add them there because it takes up less space.
I will buy 1 potion of healing.
Great, take your money off and add that
How much
to your
money do you have?
inventory.
Enough to buy a
It's
potion
written
of
down
healing.
just now.
So
So
the
minus 50
paladin's the
gold.
rich one we got. Then.
Minus 50 gold for a potion of healing.
What was the other one? Herbalism.
Herbalism, okay.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
buy
I'm gonna buy
10
one.
gold worth of beer.
Okay,
10 casks.
roll me a constitution saving throw.
That was
10
55.
casks.
Is there anything
60.
I could buy?
I'll say you pass, but you are going to be very sleepy very quickly.
You might get a minute. Are we going straight to this next one?
I'm drinking
No,
while
we're
you
not
guys
going
are doing
straight to the
stuff.
next
As in
one,
terms of campaign time.
yeah, we're going straight to the next one in terms of counting.
So we're not going to rest.
You will get a rest, don't worry.
Very
When you
good.
finish your thing, you're taking a rest. You're hardly going to run out of the trail. So you've bought your things, you're feeling good about yourselves. Congratulations, and I will. Hopefully, you're all here for the
GG,
next.
no one died.
It was close. It was close. He passed out, and
I am
nearly
definitely
died.
changing one of your later encounters.
I can't wait to cut to
But-
the next session where I'll be meditating atop a crow's nest and then get shot in the ass.
It's going to be even better when you're walking down the trail and you get shot.
I hope you enjoyed the first encounter. You are actually all going to level up straight away in preparation for your next encounter. So,
I will take this back with me.
The only thing, like,
thank you guys.
it starts becoming more regular, and it's just like, oh, come on, how can you explain? 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 Like, oh, come on, how can you